Bum 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 bum. Ow, 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 ow. Alright, what's up? It's time to yap about fucking bullshit. Because a bunch of bullshit happened. Well, it's also just the State of the Union, right? Honestly, okay. I don't know if I really, like, honestly, like, do we want to go over the whole thing of the stupid State of the Union? Here's the thing with that dumbass State of the fucking Union thing, okay? It was honestly, it was just like a Trump speech. It's just like, hey, here's listening to an insane Trump speech. Wow, it's insane. Crazy. I got like nothing better to do. It's either that or I'm probably gonna play Sea Glass in the fucking background. Because we're at the point right now in Sea Glass where it's just like there's not really much going on besides, hey, get places. That's really about it. Just get places. Ain't much else going on right now. Let me figure out how I want to divvy up this shit. What's up, Boy Meets Mini? I'll have like a small window of the Sea Glass open in a little corner. Memes have been very dank lately. It's been something. It's been something. I know that our favorite little fucking dude, Andrew Tate's been mad at Ron DeSantis, which is really funny. Bro's just like, I'm an innocent man. I'm an innocent man. I didn't rape anyone. Oh, I mean, again, the only reason why Andrew Tate even got like got by the Romanian fucking federal police to begin with is because he trafficked American girls. That's why. Otherwise, do you think Romania would have done anything at all? Fuck no. He would have just kept paying off the fucking mafia or the police, and they wouldn't have given a shit. Guaranteed. But if it's the Americans that tell you to do something, you fucking do it. Especially in Romania. We know our fucking place, okay? The funniest part of it all was the Romanian mafia wanted nothing to do with the Tate Bros. Yeah! Because they're unreliable fucking stupid shitheads. They sussed them out immediately. They're like, bro, we don't want the Americans on our ass. Get the fuck out of here. Dude, Ethan Klein is like fucking like reposting about a random Twitter user. That's fucking crazy. He's upset. This is why, okay, I still have on my fucking docket the other Ethan Klein react video that I fucking did. I have it on the docket. All I have to do is cut it up and then just put it on YouTube. I don't even know if there's... Should I even fucking post it? I don't even know. Well, not only would I probably get a strike on my channel because of, like, dumb fuck Ethan Klein fans being triggered little fucking snowflakes. That I said, like, wow, Ethan, are you okay, bro? You need to relax. But, like... It's just sad. There's no point. Like, he's just obsessively fucking constantly posting about his fucking shit, dude. It's just bad. Oh, I do have some good news today. I got a sort of preliminary interview for a potential position. It's unfortunately fucking service desk again, so... I ask for 70K. If they don't give me 70K, they can, like, I don't know, fuck off. It's like, yeah, all you're doing is password resets. I'm like, give me some fucking money. Fuck you. But yeah, basically the dude asked, like, oh, what did you do at your previous positions? I'm like, this is what I did. I went, I hit him with all the sauce, basically, and it went pretty well. I'd say, at least. I should message Steamboat for a commission thing. Because I'm in a chat, a group chat with him. And he put this really fucking sick artwork in the group chat of commissions that he's working on. And I kind of want one. But I'm just like, but I'm not making like any money at all. But I want one because it's fucking swag, dude. And of course it's in the old Sugimori Gen 1 art, which is fantastic artwork. Like really good fucking artwork. I'm just like, fuck, I want that. I want that. It's fucking swag, dude. Just farm aura with it. It's like, oh shit. Swag, bro. Oh man, I'd have to also think of about the 6 shitters I'd want in the back. To farm aura with. Wait, someone's paying to gen Pokemon? Why the fuck would you ever pay to gen Pokemon? Are you fucking stupid? Jesus Christ. Genning is so fucking easy. It is the easiest shit to do on the fucking planet. And you're paying a person to do that? That's fucking pathetic, bro. Jesus Christ. That is actually fucking pathetic, dude. Alright. Like, if you have a 3DS, by the way, genning Pokemon is like the easiest shit on the fucking planet. It's so easy. Literally all you need is an SD card reader. That's it. You got an SD card reader, you can gen Pokemon on a 3DS. It's the fucking easiest shit on the fucking planet. All you have to do, you plug the SD card in, you get, you download you download Homebrew and JK Save Manager, slap the fucking files into the root directory, put the fucking SD card in, boom. You can now edit your save in your Pokemon, on your Pokemon game. All you have to do is you just have to go into JK Save Manager and export your save to the Save Manager. And then you plug your SD card back in, go into PK Hex, grab your save, do any editing you want. It's the easiest fucking shit on the... Like, a fucking literal, like, child could do it. It's so fucking easy. I haven't done that shit in forever. I still fucking remember how to do it. I figured out how to, like, fix old Total War, Rome 2 mods. Easiest shit on the planet, bro. Okay, hold on. Because this is a thing that I'm fucking noticing as well, okay? We're gonna shit on people like this as well. Get that shit out of here. Nothing of importance was leaked there, okay? Alright, why the fuck are there a bunch of people sawing the fuck out over stuff like this? Like, really? This is like the most, actually, the US is the #1 supporter of dictatorships around the world. Fucking, like, who the fuck cares? Fucking weirdo campists? He's talking specifically about Ukraine here, okay? Who the fuck gives a shit? Yeah, I'm pretty sure Bernie would be like, yeah, I'm not a fucking dumbass. I know that. This is irrelevant. Stupid. I'm gonna turn that into a fucking quick short saying campists are fucking dumb. We're already in this shit. How about we get out of it and stop the dumbass infighting? It's campists, dude. They can't, like, lunch table, stupid dog shit, troglodyte, lunch table politics shit. They can't stop fighting. Nothing else really fucking matters to them besides trying to, we gotta destroy the doo-wop, the uniparty. Like, they can't think of anything else. It's all just stupid, LARP dick, low IQ bullshit for these people. We're just gonna do a little something like this. Nothing too crazy. I do want to play, though. This works. Boom. Because I do want to play. Like how small my screen is. I'll just reduce the size here. Lovely. Alright. What's up, Alejandra Caraballo? What is the Trumpster gotta say today right now? What's he got for me? Justin Trudeau of Canada called me to ask what can be done about tariffs. I told him that many people have died from fentanyl that came through the borders of Canada and Mexico, and nothing has convinced me that it has stopped. Immediate fucking question. Is there anything that can convince you that it, like, has stopped? Like, here's the fucking thing. Is there really anything that could persuade Trump from saying, like, yeah, there's just, like, no evidence for this at all whatsoever? Like, you're just schizo posting, right? Would there be anything that would convince him? Probably not, if I were to make a bet. So then why is he saying this? Is it just because he's a dumbass? That's a rhetorical question. Yes, he is a fucking dumbass. He is saying this because he's an idiot. He said that it's gotten better, but I said that's not good enough. That's literally the same shit even Trudeau said. Yeah, he also said, like, yeah, it could get better. We could do more. But I'm trying to also think, like, what more can be done? Besides, like, I don't know, genocide or some shit? Maybe that's what Fucking, the Drug War 2 Electric Boogaloo, which hasn't worked ever, so, like, eh. Fuck it, you know, YOLO. Just keep doing the Drug War, guys. It'll work. For real this time. Sure, man. The call ended in a somewhat friendly manner. He was unable to tell me when the Canadian election is taking place, which made me curious. Well, because it technically hasn't been called. By the Canada Elections Act, it should be this year. It has to be this year. But, you know, there's like a commission that basically are the main people that call it, and they haven't called it for this year quite yet. So we don't really know 100%. It's supposed to be this year, but if it is this year, it'd be around November. Typically, it gets called like a few months before, so. But typically, it's late in the year. Well, wait, we gotta backtrack, take care of a Kecleon real quick in order to get an item. Also, do you have Sludge Bomb? No, you have Sludge. Let's get you Sludge Bomb. Which made me curious, like, what's going on here? I mean, is he talking about the leadership race? I mean, there's the leadership race, but that's not an election. That's different. That's the leadership race. That's still going on. I don't think Trump knows how Canadian politics works. I'll just throw that out there. I don't think he knows. Alright, Sludge Bomb. I then realized that he's trying to use this issue to stay in power. Good luck, Justin. I already mentioned this before, but, hey, there's currently a leadership race going on in Canada, so, that's just not true. So, okay. I mean, stupid. Just dumb. Dumb, stupid idiot who doesn't know what he's talking about. But what's the point of this Kecleon being here? It was just there? You can catch them in the wild in this game. Who the fuck cares about, like, murdering all of them? Because normally that's the only way you can get them, is use the Devon scope. And say, like, hey, asshole. Fuck you. But you can find them in the wild, so it doesn't matter. But okay. Fucking nice switch. My Sludge Bomb got disabled. Okay, well, you're dead. That fucking thing lived? Bro? Okay. God damn it. Gengar died because of my own hubris. Yeah, stupid. Oh, we got Elon Musk here rocking the Kim Jong-un cut. Wait, Jucheists. They love this. Dude, fucking Elon's gone full Juche. That's crazy. He's Juche now. He believes in the immortal science of Jucheism. You can even see the hair transplant scars. It's fucking crazy. Look at that shit. Hair transplant scars. That's crazy. Elon Musk, now the main practicer of the immortal science of Marxist-Leninism, Jucheism. It's pretty good. I've heard the joke before that he dresses like a Wish.com butch lesbian. Yeah, honestly, with this cut, 1,000 fucking %. $100 fucking %. could have punched. Swagger. Man, not really much else to say here. Wish.com. Wish.com called it wants its lesbian back. That's all I gotta say. Why did he think this was a good fucking cut, dude? It's fucking crazy. Asperberry. Alright. Andrew Tate's been making the podcast rounds. Just when you think the midlife crisis has peaked. That's true. What's this guy gotta say? Oh, let's just, mute that real quick. Alright, what do you got? Andrew Tate, come arrest me. You think I don't wipe my phone every night? Why do you wipe your phone every night, bro? That's a little weird. Oh, that's a little suspicious. That's a little weird. That's a little suspicious.
Come get me. Arrest me. Perp walk me. Put me on the news. Tell everyone I'm a human trafficker. You think I'm not versed? You think I'm not ready? I'm a Navy SEAL in this shit. Fucking come get me. Raid my house. Take my stuff. You think I sleep with a full phone full of evidence? You think I don't wipe my phone every night? You think I'm dumb? Come get me. Arrest me. Let's do this all over again.
Buddy, you got fucking prosecuted and arrested by Romania, bro. And that's Romania, dude. What the fuck are you talking about? Romania is one of the most fucking corrupt East European countries on the fucking planet, dude. And you got by those guys. Nice meme. It's also really funny because he also had like a fucking what? Where let's see. Andrew Tate. He got like real fucking triggered. Like, Ron DeSantis is attacking me because he was worried I would support Byron Donalds over his wife. What? Knowing I have monumental political weight and trust our Commander-in-Chief President Trump's recommendations completely, they attacked me to prevent me from destroying his wife's political ambitions. Interestingly, I had no interest in flirting in politics until I learned how the communist the DeSantis admin is. The game is on. That's so fucking funny, bro. Yeah, communist. They're communists. Where the fuck is the? Where is this shit? Yeah, he's extremely gay. Where is it? Bro. What is this fucking shirt that you're wearing? What the fuck is this, bro? Fucking, yeah, he's highlighting his boobs. Why do you look like this? Alright, I don't want to look through this anymore. I'm gonna get, like, more schizo backlashes. I don't want to look. I don't care anymore. I don't give a fuck about this shit anymore, bro. My little tiny game window in the corner. No, I didn't want to move you. I wanted to move the other thing, dumbass. There's really not much else to say about Tate besides he's a fucking weirdo. I'll be honest. He's a weirdo and a loser. I want Ron DeSantis to fucking get his ass because I think it would be really funny. I'm gonna go grab some water. We're here. We're here, and we're queer, and we're here to steer. But what, Boy Meets Mini? What do you think? Should I fucking put up the Ethan Klein video? What do you think? Is it worth it? Should I bother? What do you think? The follow-up Ethan Klein video of, well, just making fun of his further downward spiral. Dude lived because of Sturdy. Ancient power on Venusaur. Okay. That's interesting. Don't think it's as good as Earth power, but still, you take it for now. I don't think Boy Meets Mini is here. I think he's I think he might be dead. Lotad. Well, anywho. I guess it's time to get back to the main topic. A level 12 Masquerain. How peculiar. How strange. Talk with this lady. Figgy Berry. Petra Berries. Petra Berries. Doo-doo. Another fucking Kecleon. Normally there's not a Kecleon here. There's some strange locations where Kecleons are at. Don't know what the fuck that Kecleon's doing there, but he's there. This is also the final Reggie location. Very low in PP right now. I'm out of PP. I think this is typically where Registeel is? Or it's I don't know which Reggies are which. I don't need a Tangela. Let me leave. Fuck you. Alright, well, let's get this fucking show on the road. Or let's just get this shit started. We're definitely two-timesing it. What? This is a stupid State of the Union address? Well, it's not the official State of the Union address. It's a joint session to Congress. I mean, typically these things are pretty important to talk about, you know? What insane shit will Trump say? I mean, I've seen it already, but yeah, it's pretty bad. I'll be honest. It's not good. Yeah, it's like I've never missed a step here, folks. I keep saying crazy shit. It gets the liberals real triggered. We love that for us, folks. Anyway, let's get it started.
Mr. Speaker, the President of the United States.
Soy. Soy! Melania does not want to be there. We got someone holding a "this is not normal" sort of. Okay, we're gonna have to talk about this immediately. I remember, like, literally the strategy that Hakeem Jeffries proposed, was just like, try not to be too boisterous or loud. I'm just like, dude, are you fucking for real, dude? Seriously? This is like a perfect time to be boisterous and loud. And like, look, I mean, this is not normal. Okay, I mean, what do we mean by this? Like, the Republicans soying out over their fucking dumb fuck president? Like, this shit fucking happens all the time. And like, literally, like, someone also just goes in and fucking rips it out of their hands. Look at that shit. Look at this fucking dipshit loser. Throws it to the ground, doesn't even go get it. She just stands there and fucking takes it. And I remember this fucking dumbass rep literally made a fucking goddamn, like, victory tour saying this is not normal. It's just like, dude, you haven't fucking accomplished anything here. Like, what the fuck are you doing? This is not normal. Ah, brilliant. I had no idea that everything that's going on currently isn't normal. Oh, whoa. Crazy. What's up, Gamer Jam? Jam? That's true. Well, it's because it's not a zero-sum game. It's a lie. It's all a fucking lie done by stupid, dumbass fucking conservatives. And also, yeah, I throw in the Democrats here because they're not actual, like, liberals. They are fucking conservatives. It's all done by dumbass conservatives so that fucking billionaires can, well, capitalists in general can just rob the treasury and fuck you over. That's really the only point. And like what is she doing just standing there? Go fucking, like, yell, be annoying. And this fucking dumbass, where is this fucking troglodyte Hakeem Jeffries? I'm fucking finding that goddamn article. Hakeem Jeffries, State of the Union. Like, he literally just said, don't do anything. Here, from Axios, okay? This is literally, like, just emblematic of this, the ineffectiveness of fucking, of, like, literal dead party fucking shit, dude. Literally. Cracks down on Trump speech disruptions. Which is fucking crazy. And he had pushback from within the fucking goddamn caucus saying, like, dude, like, do something. Like, do something. Like, seriously. It's crazy. And he's just sitting here saying, what? Don't have signs or something? Don't be too disruptive or some shit? Where the fuck is it? Still, despite Jeffrey's admonishment, some House Democrats are considering attention-grabbing antics. I'm going to be representing my district, one told Axios. We'll see what that is. There could be a sign, it could be a shirt, it could be many things, the lawmaker said. What? So, torn of pressure. But a good chunk of the party feels that too rowdy a display could backfire. Dude, that's literally all people want. They want rowdy fucking displays. They want, like, gusto. They want gumption. They want action. They want soul, heart. Not, let's just not be too disruptive. What the fuck is this, man? Seriously? Like, Democrat lawmakers have discussed using a wide variety of potential props. Ooh, props. Including signs, pocket constitutions, red cards, eggs or egg cartons, and hand clappers. Ooh. Like, seriously. Closed-door caucus meeting Tuesday morning. Jeffries and others in leadership discouraged the use of such props, according to multiple lawmakers who were present. Dude, when you're also losing people like Stephen fucking Colbert, who held up a little sign making fun of you saying, do something. Do literally anything. You know you're fucking cooked, right? It is fucking cooked. This, like, pimply wimply, like, let's not be too forceful and too aggressive on the Republicans. Like, Nancy Pelosi, in as much of, like, a piece of shit that she is, would not fucking do shit like this, okay? She's smart and shrewd. She's not an idiot. Hakeem Jeffries, every time you fucking look at him, he looks like a deer staring at fucking headlights. He's just lost and perplexed. Let's not even get into fucking Chuck Schumer meekly doing like, yeah, we're gonna win, yeah. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Dead fucking party. Dead. Dead, dead, dead. Absolutely fucking dead. Dead fucking party, bro. Jesus Christ. Soy table green. I love people. I love them so much. I'm so happy to be here. I love making everyone's life worse. It's my favorite thing on the planet. Soy essay, soy essay, soy soy soy, soy soy soy, soy soy soy, soy soy soy, soy soy soy. We love the USA. We love America. My favorite place in the world.
Thank you.
Ooh, racist. We can now get a revial. Was that Riley Gaines? What? What are these? What are these fucking losers doing here? Why does what? She's doing her like best JD Vance like Charlie Kirk impression. Look at these fucking dumbass shitters here. We got dumb fuck Christian nationalist Matt Walsh who wants to rape 16-year-olds. Or is it 14-year-olds? You know the fucking clip I'm talking about. And Logic Bro here, Ben Shapiro. I'm really good at debating toddlers. But if I debate anyone else who has like a slight rhetorical ability, I fold immediately in on myself, and I become a stupid little baby bitch beta. Riley Gates. Hold on, I gotta fucking move myself out of the way. Look, bro. What is with your fucking face, bro? I've said this before, but yeah, being a conservative makes you more fucking ugly. Look at her, dude. Jesus fucking Christ. Look at her. That's the face a person makes when they have no more fucking soul and they cope and seethe about like getting what, like 4th in a fucking swimming race or some shit is what this dumbass fucking complains about. We already talked about Matt Walsh, but here's the thing, like this is a result of like the stuff that like Ryan White has talked about in the alt-left pipeline. This is like the conservative media apparatus. These fucking dipshits right here. And they are elevated to the highest fucking places within fucking like conservative sort of political movements and everything. You don't ever have this on the Democrats. It's just not a thing. You don't see, like, you saw Hassan in the DNC. He didn't have like a prominent role or anything. He's like streamed from there and everything. But that's really about it. These guys get invited to like all the biggest, most important political events all the fucking time. It's crazy. But yeah, this is the byproduct of the conservative sort of like consolidation in media. You have like these 3 IQ dipshits. Oh my god, that was so fucking funny that he went to the DNC in a fucking goddamn, like, literally the same fucking wig that he filmed his 2 stupid documentaries with. And it's just like, I saw the photo, I'm just like, is that Matt Walsh? What the fuck is he doing there? Why is he there? Or like My Pillow guy, Mike Pillow, was also there. And it's just like, what the fuck are you doing there? And he got like a literal 12-year-old just out debated him. It was really funny.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's a great honor. Thank you very much. Speaker Johnson, Vice President Vance, the First Lady of the United States.
I love my wife.
Members of the United States Congress, thank you very much. And to my fellow citizens, America is back.
I don't think America's back. Literal, recession numbers are being constantly calculated by the Atlanta Fed. I don't think America's back. You just backed off of your dumbass tariffs, making yourself look even fucking weaker. Like, come on, man. Come on, bro. I think America's just cooked. Is more accurate to say. So cooked. Soy.
6 weeks ago, I stood beneath the dome of this Capitol and proclaimed the dawn of the golden age of America. From that moment on, it has been nothing but swift and unrelenting action to usher in the greatest and most successful era in the history of our country. We have accomplished more in 43 days than most administrations accomplished in 4 years or 8 years, and we are just getting started.
There was Elon. Yeah, totally, dude. The economy's in a death spiral. The federal government's not able to function normally like it can. Everything's just a complete fucking shit show. I don't fucking think so. Like, multiple federal agencies are reporting, yeah, there's gonna be a fucking goddamn huge fucking recession if things continue like this. Nice meme.
I return to this chamber tonight to report that America's momentum is back, our spirit is back, our pride is back, our confidence is back, and the American dream is surging bigger and better than ever before.
Dude, like, okay, another fucking bit of rhetoric that I always fucking hate is like the American dream. We love the American dream. I've always found this shit to be like the most ineffective, stupid fucking bullshit, because how the fuck do you guys know that the American dream is even like here at all? Most people don't fucking feel that. You should be able to feel that you are becoming more prosperous and are able to make like something, like a living in your fucking life. But no one ever fucking feels like that, ever. Especially nowadays. This is complete nonsense.
The American dream is unstoppable, and our country is on the verge of a comeback, the likes of which the world has never witnessed and perhaps will never witness again. There's never been anything like it.
Everyone in Canada
The
also
presidential
fucking
election
hates
of November 5th was a mandate like has not been seen in many decades. We won all 7 swing states, giving us an electoral college.
Big news. We got the Pete block. We got the Pete block. We have access to Ursaluna. Big news, big news, big news. Just saying. I just have to throw that out there real quick.
Victory of 312 votes.
You don't have a mandate.
We won the popular vote by
The closest fucking election in U.S. history, but okay. We have a mandate, folks. It's a huge mandate. 1.8% barely, maybe even. Who knows? Huh? Brother to Stanley who runs it. How about I send him a message to reset your high score? Okay, I see. Interesting.
By big numbers and 1 counties in our country.
Or a farming moment.
And 1 counties in our country, 2,700 to 525.
Democrats doing
almost completely
something?
red for Republican. Now, for the first time in modern history, more Americans believe that our country is headed in the right direction than the wrong direction. In fact,
Yeah, don't look at those fucking consumer confidence statistics. It's looking real bad for you, Trump. I don't think so. I think you might be wrong on this one, buddy. There's May again. Move to Leader House. Lovely.
it's an astonishing record, 27-point swing, the most ever.
Oh, there's that little
Likewise,
dipshit Tom
small
Holman.
business optimism saw its single largest one-month gain ever recorded, a 41-point jump.
Members are directed to uphold and maintain decorum in the House and to cease any further disruption.
You're not decorum.
Members are engaging in willful and continuing breach of decorum, and the chair is prepared to direct the Sergeant-at-Arms to restore order to the joint session.
Decorum. So I believe that's Representative Al Green. So far, one of the only few people who has done like a good job, I would say, at all. Whatsoever in terms of trying to do something in order to resist. Because reminder, we literally just went over this. Hakeem Jeffrey was just like, try not to be too disruptive. And it's just like, brother, the fascism is literally right here, brother. Come on. You have to do something. And we'll get into what Al Green said. Probably after. He wasn't even that disruptive. Yeah, he literally, like, what he basically just said, like, yeah, you don't have a mandate. You're gonna cut Medicaid. Like, fuck you. Whoa, Boy Meets Mini being cringe. Typical. But yeah, he literally just said, like, you don't have a mandate. You're full of shit. No one wants you to cut Medicaid. Fuck you.
Mr. Green, take your seat. Take your seat, sir. Take your seat. Finding that members continue to engage in willful and concerted disruption of proper decorum, the chair now directs the Sergeant-at-Arms to restore order.
I'm not recording this.
Remove this gentleman from the chamber. Members are directed to uphold and maintain decorum in the House.
Decorum,
Mr. President, continue.
Thank you. Over the past 6 weeks, I have signed nearly 100 executive orders and taken more than 400 executive actions, a record, to restore common sense, safety, optimism, and wealth all across our wonderful land. The people elected me to do the job, and I'm doing it.
Yeah, they're not very happy with the job, buddy.
In fact, it has been stated by many that the first month of our presidency, it's our presidency, is the most successful in the history of our nation. By many. And what makes it even more impressive is that
The funniest thing is he calls it the most successful, but by like whose metric? In the mind of the in the mind of billionaires, yeah, for sure. They're the ones who are going to benefit the most. In the mind of like Elon Musk, yeah. But for like average people, we all remember the people who like literally went to Republican town halls in like very Republican districts and started like yelling constantly at their representatives saying like, bro, I never wanted Elon Musk to do all this like stupid bullshit. What the fuck is going on? Do your job. Like, are you sure you got a mandate of the people? Really? The people seem pretty fucking upset. Personally, that doesn't sound like a very strong mandate to me, but I don't know. I might just be fucking pulling something out of my ass, but that's just how I'm feeling, to be honest.
Oh, number 2 is George Washington. How about that? I don't know about that list, but we'll take it. Within hours of taking the oath of office, I declared a national emergency on our southern border, and I deployed the U.S. military and border patrol to repel the invasion of our country.
That
and what
isn't
has that
happening.
done? As a result, illegal border crossings last month were by far the lowest ever recorded, ever.
For something that's just not happening, but okay. We're gonna do fascism. I hate brown people.
They heard my words and they chose not to come. Much easier that way. In comparison, under Joe Biden, the worst president in American history, there were hundreds of thousands of illegal crossings a month, and virtually all of them, including murderers, drug dealers, gang members, and people from mental institutions and insane asylums, were...
He literally thinks that a person who's trying to get asylum means that they're from an insane asylum because he's an idiot. When asylum, again, it's a fucking legal distinction. Anyone is allowed to claim asylum because of potential distresses that they're feeling. Like, very often, there's documentaries about this shit. About, like, attacks being done by, like, drug cartels. They, like, fucking human traffic people and shit like that. And they're people that are trying to fucking leave that shit. But again, Trump's an idiot and he doesn't know any of that shit. Or, he's okay with it. He doesn't care. I don't care. It's happening to them. It's not happening to me or us, so it's fine by me.
Were released into our country. Who would want to do that? This is my 5th such speech to Congress. And once again...
Also, by the way, you want to know why there was even a lot of migrants coming up from, like, Venezuela and shit? He's the one who put in new fucking sanctions that crashed their fucking oil market. Crashed their oil market, caused hyperinflation to happen, so they left. Whoa. What a radical thing to happen. Me reaping and sowing for the consequences of my actions. But I get to benefit politically because the consequences of my action affect my political predecessor and I can use that as a political cudgel to attack them. Look at me being really good at politics.
And I look at the Democrats in front of me, and I realize there is absolutely nothing I can say to make them happy, or to make them stand, or smile, or applaud. Nothing I can do. I could find a cure to the most devastating disease, a disease that would wipe out entire nations, or announce the answers to the greatest economy in history, or the stoppage of crime to the lowest levels ever recorded. And these people sitting right here will not clap, will...
I mean, here's, like, I guess the other fucking shit that the Democrats decided to do. Get these, like, little fucking mimbly-pimbly little signs. Thank you, Hakeem Jeffries, for creating such an effective resistance. We love the minority leader of the Democrats in the House. So fucking good. So great. So fantastic. Like, what the fuck? Like, come on. They've done this trick before, okay? Be loud, stupid, and annoying. That's all that matters. Aura farm. That's all that people care about is fucking aura farming. Not this shit. Should have done their own State of the Union address with Bernie speaking. Listen, Boy Meets Minnie, that would be an intelligent thing to do. And we all know that the Democrats are incapable of doing anything intelligent, so... sorry to say, but that's not gonna fucking happen. Yeah, fucking dipshits.
Will not stand and certainly will not cheer for these astronomical achievements. They won't do it, no matter what. Five times I've been up here. It's very sad.
I've crashed the economy. I've made life worse for people in the goddamn I've crashed the economy and I've literally made the goddamn government worse, which means I have to fucking actually touted that as the greatest achievement ever. I've let an unelected bureaucrat do fucking stupid dipshittery in the government, and everyone's really liking that. So we're cutting Medicaid because, you know, fuck you. I hate the poors.
And it just shouldn't be this way. So Democrats sitting before me, for just this one night, why not join us in celebrating so many incredible wins for America? For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
Why would they join? They've literally already talked about it. Everything that you're doing and cutting is just making the fucking exacerbating all the problems that America has. And no one is happy about it. What the fuck are you talking about? Everyone is fucking pissed. Unfortunately, like, Are Democrats going to be able to fucking take advantage of this as much as they can? Probably not, because again, leadership is it's just completely and utterly worthless. I expect literally nothing from them, and you know, they can't even execute on the most simplest of fucking political actions. But you know, hi Pelosi. Man, your handpicked successor is doing a great,
Every day my
great
administration
job.
is fighting to deliver the change America needs to bring a future that America deserves, and we're doing it. This is a time for big dreams and bold action. Upon taking office, I imposed an immediate freeze on all federal hiring, a freeze on all new federal regulations, and a freeze on all foreign aid.
American soft power, we hate it. I don't like it. It's all about hard power because my dick is hard, because I'm gay.
I terminated the ridiculous Green New Scam. I withdrew from the unfair Paris Climate Accord, which was costing us trillions of dollars. That other countries.
I mean, there's like nothing really. I mean, so far it's just a stump speech, right? He's just going through all the fucking hits, right? Shouldn't have to fucking reiterate why I was stupid to leave the Paris Climate Accords, even though it was incredibly milquetoast. There is no Green New Deal that's been implemented. I don't know, like he's just waffling on about that. There is no Green New Deal that's been currently implemented. That's just fucking stupid. But again, him and his base are gonna eat it up because they're idiots, unfortunately. So
Countries were not paying. I withdrew from the corrupt World Health Organization.
everyone's gonna
And I also
get
withdrew from the
diseases.
anti-American UN Human Rights Council. We ended all of Biden's environmental restrictions that were making our country far less safe and totally unaffordable. And importantly, we ended the last administration's insane electric vehicle mandate.
Literally, the Supreme Court just passed a ruling 5-4 saying companies, it's okay for you to put sewage water in American water supplies. Like, are you sure that environmental regulations are gonna be the fucking thing? You know? Yeah, insane EV mandate. Bro, you have the CEO of Tesla bankrolling you. Just like Boy Meets Mini says. But, okay, man. Sure. Honestly, like, I kept saying, like, I wonder how Elon must feel about this. With, like, Trump constantly shit-talking like, electrical vehicles. But here's the thing. Elon doesn't believe in anything. Yeah, he doesn't believe in shit. So, it doesn't matter. You can just say shit. It doesn't fucking matter. Because Republicans are all fucking idiots. Conservatives are all fucking stupid. Tesla's tanking hard right now. Yup. They are taking a huge dip in stock price.
Mandate, saving our auto workers and companies from economic destruction.
I sure saved them.
To unshackle our economy, I have directed that for every one new regulation, 10 old regulations must be eliminated, just like I did in my very successful first term.
Because that's definitely how that works, man.
And in that first term, we set records on ending unnecessary rules and regulations like no other president had done before. We ordered all federal workers to return to the office. They will either show up for work in person or be removed from their job.
There was a really good Cody Johnson from Some More News video talking about like the desire that these people have to have people return to work, because again, it's not about like people not doing work or whatever. No one, like, conservatives don't give a shit about that. It's about control, ultimately. That's what these people fucking care about. Not about this it's because they're definitely not doing work, which is just not true. People still do their work. There's mechanisms and like fucking keyloggers and shit that track your fucking goddamn keystrokes and shit like that to make sure that you're on. That's not the fucking problem. It's all about giving managers a justification for being on the payroll. That's what it's all about. Because otherwise, like, why the fuck would you need middle management? They're fucking useless. But they have to justify their fucking position for something. Because otherwise, there's no point in having them.
And we've ended weaponized government where, as an example, a sitting president is allowed to viciously prosecute his political opponent, like me. How did that work out?
I've been politically prosecuted. 34 felony counts of fraud, business fraud that he's done, but you know, whatever, nothing matters.
And I've stopped all government censorship and brought back free speech in America. It's back.
Free speech is back. It's back more than ever before.
And 2 days ago, I signed an order making English the official language of the United States of America.
Wait, was English never like? I'm okay. I'm just curious about this. Was it never recognized as the official language? I know that if Spanish is like the second language, but that's just the second language that's spoken the most. I'm just curious. This one I'm just curious about, right? I mean, it's supposed to be like sort of nationalistic signaling, obviously. My fucking bag is too full, really? They didn't get rid of fucking bag limits in this game? Cringe! Whatever. But yeah, it's just supposed to be like stupid nationalistic signaling, right? To like all the dipshits. Like, that's the only point
the
of saying
Gulf
that.
of Mexico the Gulf of America.
Something that's totally being recognized by
And likewise,
everyone.
I renamed for a great president, William McKinley, Mount McKinley again. Beautiful Alaska. I love Alaska.
I have a
We've ended the
schizo
tyranny of
obsession
so-called
with William
diversity,
McKinley.
equity, and inclusion policies all across the entire federal government
hate
and indeed the
the,
private sector and our military. And our country will be woke no longer.
America, very known for
We
being
believe that
woke.
whether you are a doctor, an accountant, a lawyer, or an air traffic controller, you should be hired and promoted based on skill and competence, not race or gender. Very important.
I wonder how all those fucking plane crashes are going right now, and all those air traffic controllers that you got rid of, who are mostly white. Yeah. Very funny. Also, another fucking thing, okay? The fucking stupid Republicans who are like all complaining about like disruptions going on during this fucking address, and we had like Lauren Boebert, who like showed up, who fucking like papega'd out the whole fucking time
Based on
during like multiple states of the unions that fucking Joe Biden had. You know, just being like a complete fucking like troglodyte. But you know, we really care about all of the disruptions that are constantly happening right now. No, the fuck you don't. None of you people give a shit about any of this stuff. Shut the fuck up. You're full of shit. These people have never cared. Like, there's no fucking standards, nothing. It's all about just, like, political theater for the fucking Republicans. Because they know, like, if they fucking talk constantly about the stuff that they actually believe in, most of the people would not fucking approve of it. They'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? What is this shit? Fuck this shit.
merit, and the Supreme Court, in a brave and very powerful decision, has allowed us to do so. Thank you. Thank you very much. We have removed the poison of critical race theory from our public schools, and I signed an order making it the official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders, male and female.
You hate trans people. You hate them.
I also signed an executive order to ban men from playing in women's sports.
Genital inspection day. We love inspecting the genitals. Oh, there's the three little dipshits
was an
again.
all-star high school athlete, one of the best, preparing for a future in college sports. But when her girls' volleyball match was invaded by a male, he smashed the ball so hard in Peyton's face, causing traumatic brain injury, partially paralyzing her right side and ending her athletic career. It was a shot like she's never seen before. She's never seen anything like it. Peyton is here tonight in the gallery, and Peyton, from now on, schools will kick the men off the girls' team, or they will lose all federal funding.
Now, she's been groomed in order to fucking believe in the shit that she believes in. It's unfortunate because, again, this is like, we want to talk about fucking actual grooming. Here's some fucking political grooming right here. This girl being forced to believe in, like, stupid, idiotic bullshit because of the whims of, like, a fucking dumb fuck political party. Unfortunate. I remember there was, like, an Emma Vigeland post, like, she was just, like, laughing at it. Laughing at the girl who got, like, fucking, who got fucking chrome-domed. Like, she got fucking chrome-domed in the head. And, like, every fucking conservative just went freakazoid mode. Keep in mind, like, no one gave a fuck at all about women's sports until it became a cultural war fucking talking point. Like, no one gave a shit about it until, like, conservatives decided to have a conniption about it because, again, they need to have a scapegoat to attack because that's all they fucking care about. It's all about fucking attacking minorities. Listen, we gotta have a problem with trans people because we have nothing better to talk about.
And if you really want to see numbers, just take a look at what happened in the women's boxing, weightlifting, track and field, swimming, or cycling, where a male recently finished a long-distance race, 5 hours and 14 minutes ahead of a woman for a new record by 5 hours. Broke the record by 5 hours. It's demeaning for women, and it's very bad for our country. We're not going to put up with it any longer.
So we're gonna have creepy gym teachers doing genital inspections. Fucking showing Riley Gaines. Dude, she really is unfucking canny, dude. This is why I say, like, being a conservative or like a TERF, dude, it just makes you fucking like a wretch. Makes you look ugly.
What I've just described is only a small fraction of the common sense revolution that is now, because of us, sweeping the entire world. Common sense has become a common theme, and we will never go back. Never. Never gonna let that happen.
Common sense like crashing
Among my very
the
highest
economy.
priorities is to rescue our economy and get dramatic and immediate relief to working
Like
families.
crashing it.
As you know, we inherited from the last administration an economic catastrophe and an inflation nightmare. Their policies drove up energy prices, pushed up grocery costs, and drove the necessities of life out of reach for millions and millions of Americans.
Yeah, let's not focus on the fact that that was just a general sort of global trend that was happening. Not only just in the US. That was a general trend going on throughout the globe. Everyone was suffering inflation, and a bunch of companies were fucking taking advantage of that. Everyone had inflation, not just the United States. But then again, we're not going to talk about that because that would mean we'd have to be accurate with our reporting and information. And that would make me look bad because I'd look like a liar because that's what I'm doing is lying.
Never had anything like it. We suffered the worst inflation in 48 years, but perhaps even in the history of our country. They're not sure. As president, I'm fighting every day to reverse this damage and make America affordable again.
Yeah, by, making it such that pharma can now set whatever prices they want. Fucking every fucking goddamn company is like constantly tanking right now in stocks. The S&P 500 has tanked. The Dow has fucking tanked. Everything is fucking tanking. We're making America affordable again. We're also all the fucking trade wars. Making everything affordable in America by doing constant trade wars. Doing all the trade wars. What can I say, folks? But yeah, totally. Trump is making everything affordable now. Sure. I mean, it's so far it's like he's just doing a stump speech, right? There's like really not a lot to say here because he's just like lying about everything. Like, oh, why is this thing happening? Oh, consequences of my actions. So I mean, there's really not much else to say here. It's just it is bad.
Joe Biden especially let the price of eggs get out of control. The egg price is out of control.
I love how, like, dude is blaming Joe Biden for this. Buddy, it's because of avian flu. And you keep fucking defunding the federal programs that can help tackle that fucking problem, making the situation worse. It's just fucking hilarious, dude.
And we're working hard to get it back down. Secretary, do a good job on that. You inherited a total mess from the previous administration. Do a good job.
Yeah, it's not Joe Biden's fault.
A major focus of our fight to defeat inflation is rapidly reducing the cost of energy. The previous administration cut the number of new oil and gas leases by 95%, slowed pipeline construction to a halt, and closed more than 100 power plants. We are opening up many of those power plants right now.
We don't care about the
And frankly, we've
environment.
never seen anything like it. That's why on my first day in office, I declared a national energy emergency.
Yet, under, like, Joe Biden, a bunch of fucking fracking leases were fucking approved. America is still producing more oil and gas than ever. They are still in the lead in terms of fucking oil and gas. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
As you've heard me say many times, we have more liquid gold under our feet than any nation on earth, and by far. And now, I fully authorize the most talented team ever assembled to go and get it. It's called Drill, Baby, Drill.
We're gonna destroy all the parks, folks.
My administration is also working on a gigantic natural gas pipeline in Alaska, among the largest in the world, where Japan, South Korea, and other nations want to be our partner with investments of trillions of dollars each. There's never been anything like that one. It will be truly spectacular. It's all set to go. The permitting is gotten. And later this week, I will also take historic action to dramatically expand production of critical minerals and rare earths here in the USA.
Yeah, the only way, by the way, he's going to be able to do any of this stuff is he wants to basically remove some of the federal distinctions that fucking national parks have in the U.S. So then he can drill in there, which is going to destroy the fucking parks. Which is why he's also, like, been constantly defunding all of the differing fucking park agencies. That's been going on. Which is basically just making the situation worse.
To further combat inflation, we will not only be reducing the cost of energy, but we'll be ending the flagrant waste of taxpayer dollars.
I love how he's talking about flagrant waste of taxpayer dollars, and he's just doing tax cuts for the fucking billionaires. That's hilarious.
And to that end, I have created the brand new Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE. Perhaps you've heard of it.
Which everyone fucking hates. There's that loser, Elon Musk.
Which is headed by Elon Musk, who is in the gallery tonight.
We love Elon, folks. He's ruining everyone's lives.
Thank you, Elon. He's working very hard. He didn't need this. He didn't need this. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Everybody
Yeah,
here, even this
Elon
side,
sure
appreciates
is
that.
working hard.
They just don't want to admit that. Just listen to some of the appalling waste we have already identified. $22 billion from HHS to provide free housing and cars for illegal aliens. $45 million for diversity, equity, and inclusion scholarships in Burma. $40 million to improve the social and economic inclusion of sedentary migrants. Nobody knows what that is. $8 million to promote LGBTQI+ in the African nation of Lesotho, which nobody has ever heard of. $60 million for indigenous peoples and Afro-Colombian empowerment in Central America.
I love how he said, like, no one's ever heard of that. Like, literally playing into, like, the American stereotype of how they're, like, bad at, fucking geography. How they are ignorant and they don't give a shit about really much of anything besides, whatever the fuck is going on in their own country. It's like, that's not a good thing. You know that, right? There's a reason why that's a stereotype. Why people make fun of you for that. You know? But you're just proud of it. We're proud of being ignorant, stupid people. It's the best thing in the world. We're ignorant and proud.
$8 million for making mice transgender. This is real. $32 million for a left-wing propaganda operation in Moldova. $10 million for male circumcision in Mozambique. $20 million for the Arab Sesame Street in the Middle East. It's a program.
We love soft power.
$1.9 billion to recently created decarbonization of Homes Committee, headed up, and we know she's involved. Just at the last moment, the money was passed over by a woman named Stacey Abrams. Have you ever heard of her? A $3.5 million consulting contract for lavish fish monitoring. $1.5 million for.
Also, by the way, if you like because like Doge has been constantly touting like figures like, oh, we found like $8 billion worth of waste or whatever. If you were to like calculate all this together, would it even come close to fucking hitting 8 billion? Because, by the way, they've constantly backtracked on those exact same fucking figures constantly because they knew that they were full of shit. We're full of shit and we know it.
Voter confidence in Liberia. $14 million for social cohesion in Mali. $59 million for illegal alien hotel rooms in New York City. He's a real estate developer. He's done very well. $250,000 to increase vegan local climate action innovation in Zambia.
You say vegan?
$42 million for social and behavior change in Uganda. $14 million for improving public procurement in Serbia. $47 million for improving learning outcomes in Asia. Asia's doing very well with learning. You know what we're doing. We should use it ourselves. And $101 million for DEI contracts at the Department of Education. The most ever paid. Nothing even like it. Under the Trump administration, all of these scams, and they're far worse, but I didn't think it was appropriate to talk about them. They're so bad. Many more have been found out and exposed and swiftly terminated by a group of very intelligent, mostly young people, headed up by Elon, and we appreciate it. We found hundreds of billions of dollars.
We got our Groper Discord kittens. We got our Groper Discorders.
And we've taken back the money and reduced our debt to fight inflation and other things. Taken back a lot of that money.
Look at me making such a huge dent in the debt. I made such a huge dent by eliminating a lot of irrelevant programs. Look at me fighting the debt. Again, I like, there's really not much else to say here besides, it's all just, it's political theater, right? It's all meaningless fucking garbage and just dreck and nonsense. Theater for the sake of theater, bred in circuses, because, again, if you were to actually look into the stuff that Trump has done, you would recognize that it's just like, oh, okay, all this is, like, irrelevant bullshit. Also, like, it comes back into, like, a lot of the stuff that, like, the ideas that, like, conservatives have, like, oh, man, why are we, like, doing a study on this one particular thing that seems like useless research? Wasn't, like, Ozempic basically discovered off of, like, one of those, like, studies on, like, Komodo dragons, I think, that seemed fucking completely worthless, but Ozempic was discovered, and that's why, like, Donald Trump's stupid ass is as thin as he is? That's the thing with fucking science. It may seem worthless, but generally speaking, if you actually look into it, you can just learn interesting things. That's why you just do, like, people do seemingly random shit with science all the fucking time. It's not about it if it has, like, utilitarian value or not. It's about, like, inquiry and discovery. But again, conservatives, fundamentally speaking, have to be against inquiry and discovery and self-reflection. Because if you're for those things, well, you may learn that being a fucking conservative is really fucking stupid. And it'll cause fucking problems for their fucking political movement. Which is why they clamp down on shit like that at all fucking times. Every single time. Because they have to. They know that curiosity, inquiry, critical thinking, fundamentally is a fucking threat to their political movement. And ability to reinforce their first order principle, of which I have constantly talked about. And that is the maintenance of hierarchy. The maintenance of people on top with little soldiers on the bottom.
We got it just in time. This is just the beginning. The Government Accountability Office, a federal government office, has estimated annual fraud of over $500 billion in our nation, and we are working very hard to stop it. We're going to. We're also identifying shocking levels of incompetence and probable fraud in the Social Security program for our seniors, and that our seniors and people that we love rely on. Believe it or not, government databases list 4.7 million Social Security members from people aged 100 to 109 years old. It lists 3.6 million people from ages 110 to 119. I don't know any of them. I know some people that are rather elderly, but not quite that elderly. 3.47 million people from ages 120 to 129. 3.9 million people from age...
If I recall correctly, there's, like, multiple fucking videos that are debunking this fucking stupid nonsense. This, like, idiotic dreck. Because it's just, like, there's already mechanisms that are in place that say, like, yeah, if a person reaches a certain particular age, don't give them the fucking money anymore. And that's about it. But, you know, does any of that shit fucking matter to these people? No, because again, it's all about making poor people suffer. It's a complete fucking lie.
Ages 130 to 139. 3.5 million people from ages 140 to 149. And money is being paid to many of them. And we're searching right now. In fact, Pam, good luck. Good luck. You're going to find...
I'm going to make a bet that they're going to find nothing and it won't be reported on. I love how fucking dog shit American media is. Let's fucking go. They're going to be like, sir, we haven't found shit at all. But you got to try to find it. They'll try again, still not find anything. It's like, all right, dude. Nice, lovely, very cool and good and fantastic.
Find it. But a lot of money is paid out to people because it just keeps getting paid and nobody does, and it really hurts Social Security and hurts our country. 1.3 million people from ages 150 to 159, and over 130,000 people, according to the Social Security databases, are age over 160 years old. We have a healthier country than I thought, Bobby.
And they don't get any payments or anything at all. Not even true. There's RFK Jr., that little fucking...
Including, to finish, 1,039 people between the ages of 220 and 229, one person between the age of 240 and 249, and one person is listed at 360 years of age. More than 100 years older than our country. But we're going to find out where that money's going. and it's not going to be pretty. By slashing all of the fraud, waste, and theft we can find, we will defeat inflation, bring down mortgage rates, lower car payments and grocery prices, protect our seniors, and put more money in the pockets of American families.
I know the Democrats brought in some workers as well.
And today interest rates
workers.
took a beautiful drop, big beautiful drop. It's about time. And in the near future, I want to do what has not been done in 24 years, balance the federal budget. We're going to balance it.
We're going to balance the federal budget by giving rich people a huge tax break of $4.5 trillion. That's definitely going to balance the budget. Keep in mind, quick reminder, every time like the Republicans finish with their administration, the debt and the deficit only explodes under their leadership. It always has. Don't believe any of their lies. They're full of shit.
With that goal in mind, we have developed in great detail what we are calling the Gold Card, which goes on sale very, very soon. For $5 million, we will allow the most successful job-creating people from all over the world to buy a...
Yeah, we're only gonna let rich people in. If you're poor, fuck you. You can suck our nuts and suffer for all we care. Fuck you, you're poor. Out poor. Poor detected. Poor detected. That's really about it, to be honest.
Path to U.S. citizenship. It's like the green card, but better and more sophisticated. And these people will have to pay tax in our country. They won't have to pay tax from where they came. The money that they've made, you wouldn't want to do that, but they have to pay tax, create jobs. They'll also be taking people out of colleges and paying for them so that we can keep them in our country instead of having them being forced out. Number one at the top school, as an example, being forced out and not being allowed to stay and create tremendous numbers of jobs and great success for a company out there. So while we take out the criminals, killers, traffickers, and child predators who are allowed to enter our country under the open border policy of these people, the Democrats, the Biden administration, the open border insane policies that you've allowed.
Again, like, hey, it's just a lie, dude. Like, literally, Title 42, Biden kept that pretty much in place. Most of the fucking goddamn people who did come up were claiming of asylum because, you know, you're allowed to do that. That is a political distinction, not anything else. But yeah, you can claim asylum. You're allowed to do that. That is how that fucking works, but again, it's just lies, nonsense. Nothing fucking matters with this fucking idiot. I'm just gonna lie.
Allowed to destroy our country. We will now bring in brilliant, hardworking jobs.
Oh yeah, also, again, why were there a bunch of people also coming up? Oh, could it have been because of, again, something that he did? With all the sanctioning on Venezuela and sanctioning on other fucking countries. Oh, but we're not going to talk about that because it's just kind of inconvenient for us. Well,
job creating people. They're going to pay a lot of money and we're going to reduce our debt with that money. Americans have given us a mandate for bold and profound change. For nearly 100 years, the federal bureaucracy has grown until it has crushed our freedoms, ballooned our deficits, and held back America's potential in every possible way.
Every Republican administration has been the one to balloon the deficit. Trump was one of the historic worst at ballooning the deficit because of his fucking tax cuts to the rich.
The nation founded by pioneers and risk takers now drowns under millions and millions of pages of regulations and debt. Approvals that should take 10 days to get instead take 10 years, 15 years, and even 20 years before you're rejected. Meanwhile, we have hundreds of thousands of federal workers who have not been showing up to work. My administration will reclaim power from this unaccountable bureaucracy, and we will restore true democracy to America again.
Okay. You want to know the funny thing is, like, proportionally, like, what? The amount of federal workers in comparison from the 50s to today, the population of America, and I think, like, in 1955, this has been around Eisenhower's time, I believe it was about 170 million. That was the population of the country. There was about 2 million federal workers. Population has doubled. Do you want to know what the percent, how many fucking federal workers there are now? About 3 million. Oh, but that's kind of an increase. Not by a lot. If we're talking about relative percentages, about 1 out of 100, about 1 out of 100, about 1 out of 100 fucking people work in the federal government in the U.S. Like 330 million people, about 3 million. And previously in the 50s, about 2.3 million people in the federal government for 170 million people. 1 out of 85 versus 1 out of 100. In terms of percentages, that's almost about 2% in comparison to 1%. It turns out federal government, pretty fucking efficient. That's a little weird. But again, they're never gonna fucking talk about the numbers because, like, if Republicans were to talk about the fucking numbers, it would make them look really stupid. So it's not about efficiency. It's about making the mechanisms of government as bad as possible so they can benefit politically from it. That's literally it.
Bureaucrat who resists this change will be removed from office immediately. Because we are draining the swamp. It's very simple. And the days of rule by unelected bureaucrats
We're draining the
are
swamp.
over.
That is so funny that he says that, and literally Elon Musk is an unelected bureaucrat who's just cutting random fucking programs, putting in illegal fucking servers into the government, and he's just like fucking faffing about all over the pram. But yeah, sure, the era of unelected bureaucrats sure is over. Isn't it, Republicans? Yeah, sure, conservatives. It sure is over. Hilarious.
And the next phase of our plan to deliver the greatest economy in history is for this Congress to pass tax cuts for everybody. They're in there. They're waiting for you to vote. And I'm sure that the people on my right, I don't mean the...
We're going to get the chart. Let's get the chart. Let's see. Let's take a look at Trump's tax cuts. Who's it going to mostly benefit? There it is. Here's Trump's tax cuts. Know something funny about it? These are the current proposed tax cuts. Average tax change by income group in 2026. Here's the cut. Look who's benefiting the most. Tax cut of about $36,000 for the richest 1%. The next 4% gets a tax cut of about $7,000, huh? Some tax cut you got there, buddy. Meanwhile, literally everyone else, the middle class and the fucking lower classes, huge tax hikes for all of them. Everyone else, even like upper middle class people, are getting an increase to their fucking taxes. Meanwhile, the richest Americans, nothing but cuts. But okay. Okay, dude.
Republican right, but my right here, I'm sure you're going to vote for those tax cuts, because otherwise I don't believe the people will ever vote you into office. So I'm doing you a big favor by telling you that. But I know this group is going to be voting for the tax.
Whoa, we're gonna cut billionaires' taxes. Let's go, boys.
Thank you. It's a very, very big part of our plan. We had tremendous success in our first term with it. A very big part of our plan. We're seeking permanent income tax cuts all across the board. And to get urgently needed relief to Americans hit especially hard by inflation, I'm calling for no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and no tax on Social Security benefits for our great seniors. And I also want to make interest payments on car loans tax deductible, but only if the car is made in America.
We love that.
And by the way, we're going to have growth in the auto industry like nobody's ever seen. Plants are opening up all over the place. Deals are being made. Never seen. That's a combination of the election win and tariffs. It's a beautiful word, isn't it?
No, it's not actually. Like, it's just nonsense.
That, along with our other policies, will allow our auto industry to absolutely boom. It's going to boom. Spoke to the majors today, all three, the top people, and they're so excited. In fact, already numerous car companies have announced that they will be building massive automobile plants in America, with Honda just announcing a new plant in Indiana, one of the largest anywhere in the world.
Wasn't that already something that was
And this
being
has taken
proposed?
place since our
But okay.
great victory on November 5th, a date which will hopefully go down as one of the most important in the history of our country. In addition, as part of our tax cuts, we want to cut taxes on domestic production and all manufacturing. And just as we did before, we will provide 100% expensing. It will be retroactive to January 20th, 2025. And it was one of the main reasons why our tax cuts were so successful in our first term, giving us the most successful economy in the history of our country. First term. We had a great first term.
We love that.
If you don't make your product in America...
Yeah, the part of the reason why there was inflation across the world was not only because of COVID, because of how badly he handled COVID, but also because of the tax cuts. What was it, $2.7 trillion tax cut? But okay.
However, under the Trump administration, you will pay a tariff, and in some cases, a rather large one. Other countries have used tariffs against us for decades, and now it's our turn to start using them against those other countries. On average, the European Union, China, Brazil, India, Mexico, and Canada, have you heard of them? And countless other nations charge us tremendously higher tariffs than we charge them. It's very unfair. India charges us auto tariffs higher than 100%. China's average tariff on our products is twice what we charge.
Dude, it's because your fucking products suck. Sucks to fucking suck, nerd. Get better products. Make better fucking shit. Regulate your fucking companies better, and then maybe people will actually buy some of your shit. Have you ever thought of it that way? Manufacture better. But we have to keep deregulating because that's the only way people are going to make better shit. Sure, man.
Them. And South Korea's average tariff is 4 times higher. Think of that, 4 times higher. And we give so much help militarily and in so many other ways to South Korea, but that's what happens. This is happening by friend and foe. This system is not fair to the United States and never was, and so on April 2nd, I wanted to make it April 1st, but I didn't want to be accused of April Fool's Day. That's not just one day, which costs us a lot of money. But we're going to do it in April. I'm a very superstitious person. April 2nd, reciprocal tariffs kick in. And whenever they tariff us, other countries, we will tariff them. That's reciprocal, back and forth. Whenever they tax us, we will tax them.
We're going to have a trade war with literally everyone on the planet.
To keep us out of their market, then we will do non-monetary barriers to keep them out of our market. There's a lot of that, too. They don't even allow us in their market. We will take in trillions and trillions of dollars and create jobs like we have never seen before. I did it with China, and I did it with others, and the Biden administration couldn't do anything about it because there was so much money they couldn't do anything about it. We have been ripped off for decades by nearly every country on Earth, and we will not let that happen any longer.
Not even true, but it's okay. I'm a dipshit, and people buy it up anyways.
Much has been
That's
said
how that works.
over the last 3 months about Mexico and Canada, but we have very large deficits with both of them. But even more importantly, they've allowed fentanyl to come into our country at levels never.
You are the reason why that fucking happened with your fucking stupid tariff policy, you fucking moron. You're the one who did that. You're the reason why there's fucking giant deficits. But again, it doesn't fucking matter for any of these people because they're just propagandized dipshits. Nothing fucking matters. You just say things, and it just works out. Can we jump? There we go.
Never seen before, killing hundreds of thousands of our citizens and many very young, beautiful people, destroying families. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. They are, in effect, receiving subsidies of hundreds of billions of dollars. We pay subsidies to Canada and to Mexico of hundreds of billions of dollars, and the United States will not be doing that any longer. We're not going to do it any longer. Thanks to our America First policies we're putting into place, we have had $1.7 trillion of new investment in America in just the past few weeks. The combination of the election and our economic policies that people of SoftBank, one of the most brilliant.
Hold on. Because it's just funny, dude. We literally talked about this yesterday. real quick. Where's the S&P 500? Wiping out we're 3.4 trillion. Post-election gains were wiped out. And you sure about that, Trump? Index has now lost 3.3 trillion since February 19th. You sure, Trump? I think your economy's not doing very well. I said this before, but Bell the column, right? Bo's wife has also talked about like the economy that Trump is inheriting is not a very it's not a very stable economy. It's a recovering economy. The economy that he initially had before in the first term was a good economy by all, the metrics that are used to measure that stuff. He fucks around, breaks a bunch of shit. Joe Biden, for the most part, fixes a lot of the problems, but it's still recovering because it takes time, because neoliberal policy. And now the economy that he's inheriting is, it's kind of on shaky grounds. Where basically if you do stupid shit like what he's doing, like introducing a bunch of inflationary policies like these trade wars and the tariffs every fucking goddamn time, guess what? Whoa, now the economy's really shaky. And a bunch of consumer confidence and investor fucking confidence making the economy tank. All of the gains and this is since February 19th. Not even like 2 weeks. Gone. Incredible. You're doing great, sir.
Anywhere in the world announced a $200 billion investment. OpenAI and Oracle, Larry Ellison, announced $500 billion investment, which they wouldn't have done if
we're going to invest in AI.
Apple announced $500 billion investment. Tim Cook called me. He said, I cannot spend it fast enough. It's going to be much higher than that, I believe. It'll be
every company's capitulating to me.
And just yesterday, Taiwan Semiconductor, the biggest in the world, most powerful in the world, has a tremendous amount, 97% of the market, announced a $165 billion investment to build the most powerful chips on Earth right here in the USA. And we're not giving them any money. Your CHIPS Act is a horrible, horrible thing. We give hundreds of billions of dollars, and it doesn't mean a thing. They take our money and they don't spend it. All that meant to them, we're giving them no money. All that was important to them was they didn't want to pay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is not how the CHIPS Act worked. But again, I don't expect Trump to know how the fucking CHIPS Act worked. No, he was investing in corporations to bring back American manufacturing. The CHIPS Act literally helped create hundreds of thousands of jobs that he just is going to try to wipe out. Because again, no other fucking policy besides being spiteful to predecessors. That's it. Otherwise, there's nothing else that's going on here.
Pay the tariffs, so they came in the building, and many other companies are coming. We don't have to give them money. We just want to protect our businesses and our people, and they will come because they won't have to pay tariffs if they build in America. So it's very amazing. You should get rid of the CHIP Act, and whatever's left over, Mr. Speaker, you should use it to reduce debt, or any other reason you want to.
Do stupid shit. It doesn't matter.
Our new trade policy will also be great for the American farmer. I love the farmer. Who will now be selling.
Wasn't there like videos of farmers talk about like when USAID got fucking yeeted because USAID was also helping American farmers? They were just like, dude, what the fuck just happened? Like USAID just got defunded. I voted for Trump. He just like fucked me over. What the fuck? But okay.
Our home market, the USA, because nobody is going to be able.
Also, the last time when he got like into a trade war with fucking China, which again, because of the tariffs, there's now a trade war in China. He had to give subsidies to American farmers. Hilarious.
Compete with you. Because those goods that come in from other countries and companies, they're really in a bad position in so many different ways. They're uninspected. They may be very dirty and disgusting, and they come in and they pour in, and they hurt our American farmers. The tariffs will go on agricultural product coming into America, and our farmers starting on April 2nd. It may be a little bit of an adjustment period. We had that before. When
a little bit of an adjustment period.
And I said, just bear with me. And they did. Probably have to bear with me again, and this will be even better. That was great. The problem with it was that Biden didn't enforce it. He didn't enforce it. $50 billion of purchases, and we were doing great, but Biden did not enforce it, and it hurt our farmers. But our farmers are going to have a field day right now. So to our farmers, have a lot of fun. I love you too. I love you too.
We're going to ruin the economy for you.
And I have also imposed a 25% tariff on foreign aluminum, copper, lumber, and steel because if we don't have, as an example, steel, and lots of other things, we don't have a military, and frankly, we just won't have a country very long. Here today is a proud American steelworker, fantastic person from Decatur, Alabama. Jeff Denard has been working at the same steel plant for 27 years in a job that has allowed him to serve as the captain of his local volunteer fire department, raise 7 children with his beautiful wife, Nicole, and over the years provide a loving home for more than 40 foster children. So great, Jeff.
How does it feel that I'm going to ruin the economy?
Thank you, Jeff. Stories like Jeff's remind us that tariffs are not just about protecting American jobs. They're about protecting the soul of our country. Tariffs are about making America rich again and making America great again, and it's happening, and it will happen rather quickly. There'll be a little disturbance, but we're...
A little disturbance with the tariffs. 3.3 trillion fucking wiped out already because of his, like, stupid fucking policies. Little disturbance, huh? That's quite a way to put it there, Trump. Quite a way to put it.
Okay with that? It won't be much. No, you're not. Oh. And look where Biden took us. Very low, the lowest we've ever been. Jeff, I want to thank you very much. And I also want to recognize another person who has devoted herself to foster care community. She worked so hard on it. A very loving person, our magnificent First Lady of the United States.
Melania's having a great time. She definitely wants to be here.
Melania's work has yielded incredible results, helping prepare our nation's future leaders as they enter the workforce. Our First Lady is joined by 2 impressive young women, very impressive. Haley Ferguson, who benefited from the First Lady's Fostering the Future initiative and is poised to complete her education and become a teacher. And Elliston Berry, who became a victim of an illicit deepfake image produced by a peer. With Elliston's help, the Senate just passed the Take It Down Act. And
wait, I find it hilarious. He's like constantly sawing and sucking the dick of AI, and now he's like praising a person who is doing something about fucking deepfakes. You are aware, Trump, that deepfakes are created by AI, right? By generative AI, which you're obsessed with. Okay. Nice meme.
This is so important. Thank you very much, John. John Thune, thank you. Stand up, John. Thank you, John. Thank you all very
But
much.
again, nothing matters.
Thank you.
Nothing matters.
And thank you to John Thune and the Senate. Great job. To criminalize the publication of such images online is a terrible, terrible thing. And once it passes the House, I look forward to signing that bill into law. Thank you. And I'm going to use that bill for myself, too, if you don't mind. Because nobody gets treated worse than I do online. Nobody. That's great. Thank you very much to the Senate. Thank you. But if we truly care about protecting Americans' children, no step is more crucial than securing America's borders. Over the past 4 years, 21 million people poured into the United States. Many of them were murderers, human traffickers, gang members, and other criminals from the streets of dangerous cities all throughout the world.
Is this coming from the guy who literally brought back in Andrew fucking Tate, you know? Who, the reason why Andrew Tate even got fucking arrested to begin with in Romania, because otherwise the Romanians weren't going to do shit, guaranteed. They were not going to do anything at all. The only reason why fucking Andrew Tate even got to begin with was because of the fact that he was trafficking an American citizen. Hilarious.
Because of Joe Biden's insane and very dangerous open border policies. They're now strongly embedded in our country, but we are getting them out and getting them out fast. And I want to thank Tom Homan and Christy. I want to thank you and Paul of Border Patrol. I want to thank you. What a job they've all done. Everybody, Border Patrol, ICE, well, law enforcement in general is incredible. We have to take care of our law enforcement. Have to. Last year, a brilliant 22-year-old nursing student named Lakin Riley, the best in her class, admired by everybody, went out for a jog on the campus of the University of Georgia.
Yeah,
that morning, Lakin was viciously attacked, assaulted, beaten, brutalized, and horrifically murdered. Lakin was stolen from us by a savage illegal alien gang member who was arrested while trespassing across Biden's open southern border.
Yeah, dude, that you had a fucking hand in making worse with your fucking bad policies. Her blood is on your fucking hands, dumbass. You're the reason why Lakin Riley died. Hilarious. But, you know, that's not going to be mentioned. No, it's not my fault. I had nothing to do with Lakin Riley dying. Wasn't my fault. Also, yeah, the dumbass Lakin Riley Act, which is just, like, fucking, like, complete dog shit. If you're suspected of doing a no-no, doing a bad, well, we'll probably throw you into jail. No habeas corpus, no nothing. It's just a really bad fucking bill, to be honest.
And then set loose into the United States under the heartless policies of that failed administration. It was indeed a failed administration. He had then been arrested and released in a Democrat-run sanctuary city, a disaster, before ending the life of this beautiful young angel. With us this evening are Lakin's beloved mother, Allison, and her sister, Lauren.
Let's not pay attention to the fact that I was
Last year, I told Lakin's grieving parents that we would ensure their daughter
why that
would not have died in vain. That's why the very first bill I signed into law as your 47th president mandates the detention of all dangerous criminal aliens who threaten public safety. It's a very strong, powerful act. It's called the Lakin Riley Act. So Allison and Lauren, America will never, ever forget our beautiful Lakin Hope Riley.
Yeah, it's only gonna be it's basically gonna be like stop and frisk, to be honest, but for like random immigrants. That's basically, like, if I were to like summarize what the Lakin Riley Act is, stop and frisk, but for fucking immigrants. We suspect that you're an illegal immigrant. You're looking a little too brown today. You might be an illegal. In reality, they're like they have like a green card. They're an American citizen. They've been paying taxes. And well, time for you to leave. Yeah, man, that's definitely gonna be enforced very well.
Thank you very much. Since taking office, my administration has launched the most sweeping border and immigration crackdown in American history, and we quickly achieved the lowest numbers of illegal border crossers ever recorded. Thank you.
You already talked about this, dude.
The media and our friends in the Democrat Party kept saying we needed new legislation, we must have legislation to secure the border. But it turned out that all we really needed was a new president.
Well, yeah, you're supposed to do it through legislation. That's how that works. But again, like, you don't give a fuck about the processes of government. Like, literally, like I said before, all Republicans do, all they fucking care about is just, like, destroying the fucking government, using it as a way to make their fucking the next person have to deal with the fucking consequences, and then talk about look at how they fucked it all up, and then use it to get back into power. And then the cycle fucking repeats itself over and over and over again, without actually fixing any of the actual underlying problems. It's a story as old as fucking time itself at this point.
Thank you. Joe Biden didn't just open our borders, he flew illegal aliens over them to overwhelm our schools, hospitals, and communities throughout the country.
Man, he
Entire
sure did
towns
do
like
that.
Aurora, Colorado, and Springfield, Ohio buckled under the weight of the migrant occupation and corruption like nobody's ever seen before. Beautiful towns.
Yeah, he mentioning the Aurora lie. Literally, the only thing that happened there was some slumlord literally was not doing anything about the slum building that he was maintaining. And then literally orchestrated a fucking psyop to make it look like it's because of Venezuelan gang members. Hilarious.
Destroyed. Now, just as I promised in my inaugural address, we are achieving the great liberation of America.
Totally.
But there still is much work to be done. Here tonight is a woman...
We're gonna put people into the fucking camps, and it's gonna liberate America. It's gonna be great, folks.
To know Alexis Nungary from Houston. Wonderful woman. Last June, Alexis's 12-year-old daughter, her precious Jocelyn, walked to a nearby convenience store. She was kidnapped, tied up, assaulted for 2 hours under a bridge, and horrifically murdered. Arrested and charged with this heinous crime are 2 illegal alien monsters from Venezuela, released into America by the last administration through their ridiculous open border. The death of this beautiful...
I've already mentioned this before. Why are there a bunch of fucking immigrants coming up from Venezuela? It's because of you. You did that. You did that. You did that, Trump. With the new sanctions that you put on Venezuela, collapsing their fucking economy, it forced a lot of people to fucking leave and go to the US. Oh my goodness. Holy shit. Crazy. But again, it's nothing but fucking lies, lies, lies. Is anyone going to look this up? Nope, probably not. Is the media going to fucking fact check this? No, they're not, because they only care about their access. Literally because of fucking private ownership of fucking media companies is none of this shit going to be fucking checked. Not at all.
Beautiful 12-year-old girl in the agony of her mother and family touched our entire nation greatly. Alexis, I promised that we would always remember your daughter, your magnificent daughter, and earlier tonight I signed an order keeping my word to you. One thing I've learned about Jocelyn is that she loved animals so much, she loved nature. Across Galveston Bay, from where Jocelyn lived in Houston, you will find a magnificent national wildlife refuge, a pristine, peaceful, 34,000-acre sanctuary for all of God's creatures on the edge of the Gulf of America. Alexis, moments ago, I formally renamed that refuge in loving memory of your beautiful daughter, Jocelyn. So, Mr. Vice President, if you would, may I have the order?
Yeah, I think that doesn't matter. Yeah, you've been politically groomed. I guarantee you that mother doesn't understand the main reasonings for as to why, more than likely, the murder of her daughter fucking happened. It's because of him. He's the one who more than likely did that. Not because of the open border policy of the fucking Democrats. That's fucking stupid. They've never been for fucking open borders. It's just dumb. Stupid, dumb, doesn't matter. But, you know, we can just say shit because, again, reality doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Who cares? Just say shit and it'll probably stick on the wall because information, reality, facts doesn't fucking matter. We're going to do this Maxi fight real quick and we're going to record it. Gonna readjust your window here, make it full screen and everything. Turn that shit off for now. We got about 40 minutes left. We're also going to talk about the Democratic response. Because... fuck my life. We're going to do this fight. Recording time. Alright, chat, say hi, YouTube. YouTube! Second Maxi fight. You just kind of chilling in front of Groudon. Here's the team. You do fight Maxi quite a bit, to be honest. We haven't even fought Archie once. This is our second Maxi fight? Okay, well, anyhow. Shouldn't be anything too special. Let's get her started. Hey, buddy. What if I were to tell you it's not the blue orb? Sir, we're making the situation worse. Hey, big man. Bye, big man. No, it's the other one. True, it was me. I did this. Gliscor? He leads off with a Gliscor, eh? Okay. Oh no, I've been screeched. Alright, well, time for you to eat shit and die. Eat it, nerd. Next. I thought he was going to lead off with, like, Mightyena, which is why I led with this Magius to obliterate with the Moonblast. Full normal? Uh-huh. Got an Ursaring, eh? I don't have really anything for this. I'm assuming he's going to use a fighting move or something. I think it's Grab-Apple? Okay. Grab-Apple. I was not expecting fucking Grab-Apple. That's crazy. Okay. They're quite an animation for Grab-Apple. That's a signature move that, I think it's Flapple's move, right? Need a really strong hit to be able to take this thing out. That's annoying. Get out of here, you silly teddy bear. I do not need Power Gem. Goodbye. My assumption is Grass Move. That's not a Grass Move. I'm assuming it's probably just like random, it's gotta be like mostly random like movesets and shit with this, well, not random, probably just like the normal level up movesets. Well, my water type is now asleep, that's kind of annoying. Well, I have a big apple. Get him, Big Apple. There's the camera up. This should still be a good matchup here. Oh, we got a double. That's the 160 base power version. And yeah, you're dead because of that. Haha! We got the roll. We got the roll. We got the 50-50. Alright, goodbye, Maxi. I'm just built different, bro. Don't worry about it. Because you got the wrong orb. Alright, well, goodbye, Maxi. Have fun, bro. Have a good one. Well, anywho, YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that good YouTube algo stuff. You know how it is. Remember, catch these live as always. Twitch.tv/Darumba. You know where it is. Anyway, peace out, YouTube. Alright. Back to the real content. Fucking listening to stupid dumbasses. Back down to smell you go.
Thank you very much. All three savages charged with Jocelyn and Lakin's murders were members of the Venezuelan prison gang, the toughest gang they say in the world, known as Tren de Aragua. 2 weeks ago, I officially designated this gang, along with MS-13 and the bloodthirsty Mexican drug cartels, as foreign terrorist organizations.
Tren de Aragua.
They are now officially in the same category as ISIS, and that's not good for them. Countless thousands of these terrorists were welcomed into the U.S. by the Biden administration, but now every last one will be rounded.
I'm beating a dead fucking horse, but the reason why there's a bunch of Venezuelans who migrated up was not because of open borders policy. That's just stupid and dumb. That's not the fucking reason. It's because of fucking sanctions that you put on the Venezuelan economy that helped collapse their economy. So a bunch of people left to try to go to the U.S. to get a better life for themselves. He's just lying.
Rounded up and forcibly removed from our country, or, if they're too dangerous, put in jails, standing trial in this country, because we don't want them to come back ever. With us this evening is a warrior on the front lines of that battle, Border Patrol Agent Roberto Ortiz. Great guy.
Love Border Patrol. Even though I technically make their jobs harder.
In January, Roberto and another agent were patrolling by the Rio Grande, near an area known as Cartel Island. Doesn't sound too nice to me. When heavily armed gunmen started shooting at them, Roberto saw that his partner was totally exposed, at great danger, and he leapt into action, returning fire and providing crucial seconds for his fellow agent to seek safety, just barely. I have some of the prints of that event, and it was not good. Agent Ortiz, we salute you for your great courage and for your line of fire that you took, and for the bravery that you showed. We honor you, and we will always honor you. Thank you, Roberto, very much. Thank you, Roberto. And I actually got to know him on my many calls to the border. He's a great gentleman. The territory to the immediate south of our border is now dominated entirely by criminal cartels that murder, rape, torture, and exercise total control. They have total control over a whole nation, posing a grave threat to our nation.
I wonder why that might be the case. You know, it couldn't be because of our arms manufacturers constantly selling to the cartels. None of that whatsoever. But they're not going to do anything about it.
Social security. The cartels are waging war in America, and it's time for America to wage war on the cartels, which we are doing.
Drug war 4.0, baby. Let's go.
5 months ago, Mexican authorities, because of our tariff policies being imposed on them, think of this, handed over to us 29 of the biggest cartel leaders in their country. That has never happened before. They want to make us happy. First time ever. But we need Mexico and Canada to do much more than they've done, and they have to stop the fentanyl and drugs pouring into the USA. They're going to stop it. I have sent Congress a detailed funding request.
Yeah, most of the drugs that go in come in through legal ports of entry, so already wrong there. And most of the time, well, actually, I should also say that, like, what? It's like less than 1% comes from Canada, so we basically have, like, not really much of anything to do with this, but it doesn't fucking matter. Just say shit, because reality just doesn't matter. So we can just say anything. Who the fuck cares? And also, the Mexicans were already helping, but it doesn't matter. We can just say shit. But okay.
Request laying out exactly how we will eliminate these threats to protect our homeland and complete the largest deportation operation in American history, larger even than current record holder President Dwight D. Eisenhower, a moderate man, but someone who believed very strongly in borders. Americans expect Congress to send me this funding without delay so I can sign it into law. So, Mr. Speaker, John Thune, both of you, I hope you're going to be able to do that, Mr. Speaker. Thank you. Mr. Leader, thank you. Thank you very much. And let's get it to me. I'll sign it so fast, you won't even believe it. And as we reclaim our sovereignty, we must also bring back law and order to our cities and towns. In recent years, our justice system has been turned upside down by radical left lunatics. Many jurisdictions recently ceased enforcing the law against dangerous repeat offenders while weaponizing law enforcement against political opponents like me. My administration has acted swiftly and decisively to restore fair, equal, and impartial justice under the constitutional rule of law, starting at the FBI and the DOJ. Pam, good luck. Cash, wherever you may be, good luck. Good luck. Pam Bond. Good luck. So important. Gonna do a great job. Cash, thank you. Thank you, Cash.
You have a bunch of complete freaks.
They've already started very strong. They're going to do a fantastic job. You're going to be very proud of them. We're also once again giving our police officers the support, protection, and respect they so dearly deserve. They have to get it. They have such a hard, dangerous job, but we're going to make it less dangerous. The problem is the bad guys don't respect the law, but they're starting to respect it, and they soon will respect it. This also includes our great fire departments throughout the country. Our firemen and women are unbelievable people.
How the fuck are, like, okay, I just want to, like, understand. How the fuck do people who already don't respect the law, being criminals, how the fuck does that make any sense? How are they going to start to respect the laws? I've always, like, I know, like, it's always, like, double think and, like, nothing fucking matters to conservatives, but still, like, just fucking think about it. Like, just for one fucking second, just think about it logically. He literally just spoke out of both sides of his fucking mouth, but it doesn't fucking matter. Because everyone, like, information doesn't matter. Nothing fucking matters. Who the fuck cares? Just say shit. For the sake of saying shit. Fuck it. YOLO. Who cares?
People. I will never forget them. And besides that, they voted for me in record numbers, so I have no choice. 1 year ago this month, 31-year-old New York police officer Jonathan Diller, unbelievably wonderful person and a great officer, was gunned down at a traffic stop on Long Island. I went to his funeral. The vicious criminal charged with his murder had 21 prior arrests, and they were rough arrests, so he was a real bad one. The thug in the seat next to him had 14 prior arrests and went by the name of Killer. He was Killer. He killed other people, they say, a lot of them. I attended Officer Diller's service, and when I met his wife and one-year-old son, Ryan, it was very inspirational, actually. His widow's name is Stephanie, and she is here tonight. Stephanie, thank you very much, Stephanie. Thank you very much. Stephanie, we're going to make sure that Ryan knows his dad was a true hero, New York's finest, and we're going to get these cold-blooded killers and repeat offenders off our streets, and we're going to do it fast. Got to stop it. They get out with 28 arrests. They push people into subway trains. They hit people over the head, back of the head with baseball bats. We got to get them out of here. I've already signed an executive order requiring a mandatory death penalty for anyone who murders a police officer, and tonight I'm asking Congress to pass that policy into permanent law. I'm also asking for a new crime bill getting tough on repeat offenders while enhancing protections for America's police officers so they can do their jobs without fear of their lives being totally destroyed. They don't want to be killed. We're not going to let them be killed. Joining us at the gallery tonight is a young man who truly loves our police. His name is DJ Daniel. He is 13 years old, and he has always dreamed of becoming a police officer.
Whoa! Woke DEI. What's going on here? In the police department? What's up? What's going on here? That's crazy. Political grooming, by the way. Literal fucking grooming shit.
But in 2018, DJ was diagnosed with brain cancer. The doctors gave him 5 months at most to live. That was more than 6 years ago.
In the meanwhile, literally the first thing Trump does with his executive orders is cut funding for research. Very funny. Immediately cuts funding for fucking research. Hilarious.
Since that time, DJ and his dad have been on a quest to make his dream come true, and DJ has been sworn in as an honorary law enforcement officer, actually a number of times. The police love him, the police departments love him. And tonight, DJ, we're going to do you the biggest honor of them all. I am asking our new Secret Service Director, Sean Curran, to officially make you an agent of the United States Secret Service.
We're doing grooming. Grooming. Political grooming. We love to groom children. We're Republicans.
Thank you, DJ. DJ's doctors believe his cancer likely came from a chemical he was exposed to when he was younger. Since 1975, rates of child cancer have increased by more than 40%.
So, funny thing about that, hey, First off, Trump again cutting funding for cancer research, making it harder also for this guy to probably get his medicine for cancer again because he cut a lot of the ability for Medicare to be able to negotiate drug prices. But that's all besides the point. You want to know why it's the case that black people are a lot more likely to get cancer? It's because of redlining, because of racism and Jim Crow segregation. A lot of times, and Zane, if you're still here, you could probably add testament to this. A lot of black communities were either put like separated by highways or put like right next to chemical industrial areas, and because of all the fumes that are coming off of those plants and people breathing in that noxious toxic air, the chemical filled air, quite literally, it made it such that black people were a lot more likely to get cancer and get other fucking diseases. That's a little strange. What's like it's like, I think it's in I don't know if it's called like literally like Toxic Alley. A certain zip code in the US where it's literally a black neighborhood right next to chemical industrial plants. Quite literally. And you see this literally in action. You want to know who, generally speaking, have implemented those policies? It was the fucking conservatives, the Republicans. These motherfuckers, they don't give a shit at all about like the treatment of people, like taking on like childhood fucking cancer and stuff like that. They don't give a shit about any of that stuff. They don't care about that at all. Because for the most part, they're the ones who help perpetrate this stuff with their fucking policies. But we're gonna like sit here and pretend that the Republican Party actually does care very much about cancer and stuff like that. Get the fuck out of here with this bullshit. These motherfuckers don't care.
Reversing this trend is one of the top priorities for our new presidential commission to make America healthy again, chaired by our new Secretary of Health and Human Services, Robert F. Kennedy, Jr.
Measles is back. Measles is back, boys.
With the name Kennedy, you would have thought everybody over here would have been cheering. How quickly they forget. Our goal is to get toxins out of our environment, poisons out of our food supply,
RFK
and keep
is
our
a
children
stupid
healthy and
dipshit
strong.
conservative,
As an
but okay.
example, not long ago, and you can't even believe these numbers, 1 in 10,000 children had autism, 1 in 10,000, and now it's 1 in 36. There's something wrong, 1 in 36, think of that. So we're going to find out what it is, and there's nobody better than Bobby and all of the people that are working with you. You have the best to figure out what is going on. Okay, Bobby, good luck. It's a very important job. Thank you. Thank you. My administration is also working to protect our children from toxic ideologies in our schools. A few years ago, January, Lil John and her husband discovered that their daughter's school had secretly socially transitioned their 13-year-old little girl. Teachers and administrators conspired to deceive January and her husband while encouraging her daughter to use a new name and pronouns. They, them pronoun, actually, all without telling.
Yeah, you want to know why? Probably they weren't telling the parents because they were probably abusive pieces of shit. Not quite literally. Probably abusive piece of shit to their fucking goddamn daughter. Or was it son? I don't remember exactly. To their child. So, again, they were doing the social transition, everything in fucking secret. Not because of anything that the teachers did or anything. Obviously not. Generally speaking, a lot of the reasons for as to why this particular situation happens is because, again, the kid doesn't feel safe talking to their own parents. They are afraid of potential abuse. But again, I've said this before and I'll say it again. Republicans don't give a fuck about abuse. They're fine with abuse. They totally encourage abuse of children. They don't give a shit. None of these people give a shit about the abuse of children. If they cared about the abuse of children, why do they have one of Epstein's best fucking friends as president right now? Think about it. Donald Trump has appeared a lot in that little fucking in that little flight log. He's appeared a lot there. Makes you think, doesn't it?
January, who is here tonight and is now a courageous advocate against this form of child abuse. January, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh man, the detransitioners.
Thank you. Stories like this are why, shortly after taking office, I signed an executive order banning public schools from indoctrinating our children with transgender ideology.
Something that was not happening, but okay.
I also signed an order to cut off all taxpayer funding to any institution that engages in the sexual mutilation of our youth.
Something that also was not happening, only in the most extreme of circumstances and cases. Were there like actual sort of surgeries done? Only in some of the most extreme cases. But otherwise, was not happening at all.
And now I want Congress to pass a bill permanently banning and criminalizing sex changes on children and forever ending the lie that any child is trapped in the wrong body. This is a big lie. And our message to every child in America is that you are perfect exactly the way God made you.
We love the culture war, folks, don't we?
Because we're getting wokeness out of our schools and out of our military, and it's already out, and it's out of our society. We don't want it.
Love getting rid of the
wokeness
woke,
is trouble.
don't we, folks?
Wokeness is bad. It's gone. It's gone. And we feel so much better for it, don't we? Don't
No
we feel
more
better?
woke.
Our service members won't be activists and ideologues. They will be fighters and warriors. They will fight for our country. And Pete, congratulations. Secretary of Defense, congratulations.
The drinker-in-chief, Pete
And he's not big into the woke movement, I can tell you. I know him well. I am pleased to report that in January, the U.S. Army had its single best recruiting month in 15 years, and that all armed services are having among the best recruiting results ever in the history of our services. What a difference.
Yeah, a bunch of people are poor, so they're probably joining the army. Makes sense. It is called the poverty draft for a reason. Notice how none of those guys are clapping.
A few months
it's really
ago,
funny.
where the results were exactly the opposite. We
probably
couldn't recruit
lying.
anywhere. We couldn't recruit. Now we're having the best results just about that we've ever had. What a tremendous turnaround. It's really a beautiful thing to see. People love our country again. It's very simple. They love our country, and they love being in our military again. So it's a great thing, and thank you very much. Great job. Thank you.
I feel like that's not the reasoning, but okay.
We're joined tonight by a young man, Jason
Bernie.
Hartley, who knows the weight of that Call of Duty. Jason's father, grandfather, and great-grandfather all wore the uniform. Jason tragically lost his dad, who was also a Los Angeles County Sheriff's deputy when he was just a boy, and now he wants to carry on the family legacy of service. Jason is a senior in high school, a six-letter varsity athlete, a really good athlete, they say, a brilliant student with a 4.46, that's good,
He's
GPA.
the best.
And his greatest dream is to attend the U.S. Military Academy at West Point. And Jason, that's a very big deal getting in. That's a hard one to get into. But I'm pleased to inform you that your application has been accepted. You will soon be joining the Corps of Cadets.
Here's the fucking funny thing about this. Like, most, like, dudes who go to West Point are, like, all pencil-pushing fucking liberals. They're never fucking conservatives. And there's a reason for that. What they care about, first and foremost, is, like, a well-oiled fucking machine. Conservatives don't fucking want any of that shit, which is really fucking funny, dude. That, like, Trump is, like, celebrating this. Like, a dude's gonna go to West Point, it's probably not gonna be a fucking conservative. Which is really, really funny.
Thank you. Jason, you're going to be on the long gray line, Jason. As Commander-in-Chief, my focus is on building the most powerful military of the future. As a first step, I'm asking Congress to fund a state-of-the-art Golden Dome missile defense shield to protect our homeland. All made...
$70 trillion more dollars to the military-industrial complex, folks. We love the military-industrial complex. We just need to give them more and more money constantly at all times because, for whatever reason, there's fucking bottle rockets that are constantly coming to the U.S. Golden fucking Dome iron missile defense. God, it's so dumb, dude.
in the USA.
Notice how none of those fucking generals or anything, none of them are fucking clapping because they probably understand like this is really fucking stupid. But hey. Private military corporations, and we're getting more money out of this, so fuck it. We're fine with this.
And Ronald Reagan wanted to do it long ago, but the technology just wasn't there, not even close. But now we have the technology. It's incredible, actually. And other places, they have it. Israel has it. Other places have it. And the United States should have it too, right, Tim, right? They should have it too, so I want to thank you. But it's a very, very important. This is a very dangerous world. We should have it. We want to be protected, and we're going to protect our citizens like never before. To boost our defense industrial base, we are also going to resurrect the American shipbuilding industry, including commercial shipbuilding and military shipbuilding. And for that purpose, I am announcing tonight that we will create a new Office of Shipbuilding in the White House and offer special tax incentives to bring this industry home to America where it belongs. We used to make so many ships. We don't make them anymore very much, but we're going to make them very fast, very soon. It will have a huge impact. To further enhance our national security, my administration will be reclaiming the Panama Canal, and we've already started doing it. Just today, a large American...
Again, like, here's the thing with all the Panama Canal stuff. This is where, like, the shit starts to go really off the rails, and he just says complete fucking nonsense. The Panama Canal is run by the Panamanians. He's gonna probably talk about China, how China has complete control of the Panama Canal. Not even fucking true. It's still under the jurisdiction of the Panamanians. Always has been, but, you know, it doesn't matter. We can just say anything and just lie because, again, truth doesn't matter. Just say shit. It'll probably fucking be effective anyways, but you can just say stuff and it won't matter. Not really much else to say here. He's just gonna say complete fucking nonsense. Like, yeah, dude. Sure, man.
Company announced they are buying both ports around the Panama Canal and lots of other things having to do with the Panama Canal and a couple of other canals. The Panama Canal was built by Americans for Americans, not for others, but others could use it. But it was built at tremendous cost of American blood and treasure. 38,000 workers died building the Panama Canal. They died of malaria, they died of snake bites and mosquitoes. Not a nice place to work. They paid them very highly to go there, knowing there was a 25% chance that they would die. The most expensive project also that was ever built in our country's history, if you bring it up to modern day costs. It was given away by the Carter administration for $1, but that agreement has been violated very severely. We didn't give it to China. We gave it to Panama, and we're taking it back.
We're gonna do another war in Panama. Literally, there was already a fucking war in Panama in the 80s about this shit. Quite literally. There was already a war about this stuff. Mostly because it was to depose a military dictator who was not working with the Americans. So, you know, we're going to do it again, even though there's, like, no evidence at all to say that the Prime Minister of Panama, is it Prime Minister or President? Doesn't fucking matter. Isn't working at all with America. It's just nonsense. Nonsense for nonsense sake.
And we have Marco Rubio in charge. Good luck, Marco. Now,
Little
Marco
Marco.
can blame if anything goes wrong. Now, Marco's been amazing, and he's going to do a great job. Think of it. He got 100 votes. You know, he was approved with actually 99, but the 100th was this gentleman, and I feel very certain. So let's assume he got 100 votes, and I'm either very, very happy about that or I'm very concerned about it. But he's already proven. I mean, he's a great gentleman. He's respected by everybody, and we appreciate you voting for Marco. He's going to do a fantastic job. Thank you.
Little Marco.
He's doing a great job. Great job. And I also have a message tonight for the incredible people of Greenland. We strongly support your right to determine your own future. And if you choose, we welcome you into the United States of America. We need Greenland for national security and even international security, and we're working with everybody involved to try and get it. But we need it really for international world security, and I think we're going to get it. One way or the other, we're going to get it.
No, I don't think.
We will keep you safe.
I don't think.
We will
that's
make you rich, and
happening.
together we will take Greenland to heights like you have never thought possible before. It's a very small population.
We're
It's a
still
very, very
doing all
large
the
piece of land and
stupid
very, very important for
nonsense.
military security. America is once again standing strong against the forces of radical Islamic terrorism. 3.5 years ago, ISIS terrorists killed 13 American service members and countless others in the Abbey Gate bombing during the disastrous and incompetent withdrawal from Afghanistan. Not that they were withdrawing, it was the way they withdrew. Perhaps the most...
I've already talked about this before. The reason why the fucking withdrawal was a complete shit show was because of Trump basically outlining his intentions completely threadbare to the Taliban. And then Joe Biden decided to follow through with it, even though, you know, you can make an argument. It's like, I mean, is this going to work out as intended? I would argue that not really. It's going to be a complete fucking shit show. Because, again, the ANA, as incredibly fucking corrupt as it was, it just folded within, like, a day. Like, they didn't even, like, put up a resistance at all. It was that fucking corrupt. Because, again... like, the basis and foundations for peace were not fucking laid out. Trump certainly didn't do anything in order to help with that situation. He honestly, actively just made it fucking worse. So, of course, the ANA, which was propped up for, like, God knows how fucking long, pretty much folded instantaneously. And now guess who's fucking suffering the prices and the consequences of that? Yeah, the fucking... the Afghanis. They have to suffer the consequences for my stupid actions. Just doing random shit, willy-nilly.
Most embarrassing moment in the history of our country. Tonight I'm pleased to announce that we have just apprehended the top terrorist...
Like, literally, you're the reason why it was just a complete fucking shit show, buddy. Like, that was you. You're the reason, because again, you didn't lay the foundation or basis for an effective withdrawal. But, you know, it doesn't matter. Just say shit. Who cares?
Responsible for that atrocity, and he is right now on his way here to face the swift sword of American justice.
Just say stuff. It doesn't matter.
And I want to thank especially the government of Pakistan for helping arrest this monster. This was a very momentous day for those 13 families who I actually got to know very well, most of them, whose children were murdered, and the many people that were so badly, over 42 people, so badly injured on that fateful day in Afghanistan. What a horrible day. Such incompetence was shown. That when Putin saw what happened, I guess he said, wow, maybe this is my chance. That's how bad it was. Should have never.
That's not the reasoning why, but okay. Literally, you're the reason why it was as incompetent as it was, because of your just sheer fucking idiocy and incompetence. But it doesn't matter. You're just going to say
Happened.
stuff.
Grossly incompetent people. I spoke to many of the parents and loved ones, and they're all in our hearts tonight. I spoke to them on the phone. We had a big call. Every one of them called, and everybody was on the line, and they did nothing but cry with happiness. They were very happy, as happy as you can be under those circumstances. Their child, brother, sister, son, daughter was killed for no reason whatsoever. In the Middle East, we're bringing back our hostages from Gaza. In my first term, we achieved one of the most groundbreaking peace agreements in generations, the Abraham Accords.
Yeah, that laid the groundwork for October 7th. I've talked about this constantly. The reason why October 7th even fucking happened was because of the Abrahamic Accords. Point of putting Hamas into a political corner, feeling like they had to act out. They acted out, and as a result, whoa, the Israeli genocide of Palestinians only got exacerbated and worse. Fantastic. And Hamas, politically speaking, they won. Simply put, they got what they wanted out of it, making Israel look even worse, highly disrupting the fucking Abrahamic Accords. Like, good luck fucking gaining the fucking trust back of the Arab state signatories onto that fucking accord. Like, Saudi Arabia is not willing to fucking recognize it and sign onto the Abrahamic Accords unless, you know, a Palestinian state gets recognized. They also want a lot more American defense guarantees. Trump's probably going to give it to them. But a lot of the people who wanted, like, Palestine to be recognized as a state, you guys aren't fucking getting that shit. Not happening.
And now we're going to build on that foundation to create a more peaceful and prosperous future for the entire region. A lot of things are happening in the Middle East. People have been talking about that so much lately with everything going on with Ukraine and Russia. But a lot of things are happening in the Middle East. It's a rough neighborhood, actually. I'm also working tirelessly to end the savage conflict in Ukraine. Millions of Ukrainians and Russians have been needlessly killed or wounded in this horrific and brutal conflict.
Yeah, because of stupid shit you did, but, you know.
With no
fine.
end in sight. The United States has sent hundreds of billions of dollars to support Ukraine's defense.
About
With no
170 billion?
No anything.
Most of it going to American arms manufacturers, but okay. He's just gonna lie.
Do you want to keep it going for another 5 years? Yeah, you would say Pocahontas says yes.
We're gonna do some dipshit fucking racism.
2,000 people have been killed every single week. More than that. They're Russian young people. They're Ukrainian young people. They're not Americans, but I wanted to stop. Meanwhile, Europe has...
You don't give a shit about the fucking young people that are getting killed. Does he, like, again, the ceasefire fucking happens. Does he think that the conflict's gonna end magically? Not how that fucking works. It's gonna start up again. Just like how he put together a hasty ceasefire for the Afghan war, because it was fucking hasty, that Joe Biden fucking followed up on. Whoa, the fighting still continued and the Taliban fucking took over the country instantly. Wait, I thought Trump hated terrorists or something. You're the one who fucking orchestrated the fucking pullout. It was a complete shit show. Same shit's gonna fucking happen here. You're gonna orchestrate the fucking ceasefire and the pullout of fucking American aid. It's going to be a complete shit show. There's still going to be fighting here. Ukrainians aren't going to be fucking happy about this. And they're still going to get fucking support from the Europeans. You're just doing this because, again, you only support the aggressors. That's it. The new axis of aggression. Fucking Israel, Russia, and the United States of America. Let's fucking go, boys.
Has sadly spent more money buying Russian oil and gas than they have spent on defending Ukraine, by far. Think of that. They've spent more buying Russian oil and gas than they have defending. And we've spent perhaps $350 billion, like taking candy from a baby. That's what happened. And they've spent $100 billion. What a difference that is. And we have an ocean separating us, and they don't. But we're getting along very well with them, and lots of good things are happening. Biden has authorized more money in this fight than Europe has spent by billions and billions of dollars. It's hard to believe that
We're
they
just
wouldn't have
gonna
stopped it and said
lie.
at some point,
Doesn't
come on, let's
matter.
equalize. You got to be equal to us. But that didn't happen.
love
Earlier today, I
lying.
received an important letter from President Zelensky of Ukraine. The letter reads, Ukraine is ready to come to the negotiating table as soon as possible to bring lasting peace closer. Nobody wants peace more than the Ukrainians, he said. My team and I stand ready to work under President Trump's strong leadership to get a peace that lasts. We do really value how much America has done to help Ukraine maintain its sovereignty and independence. Regarding the agreement on minerals and security, Ukraine is ready to sign it at any time that is convenient for you. I appreciate
just
that he
gonna
sent
do
this letter. It's got a
economic
little while ago.
imperialism
Simultaneously,
like
we've had serious discussions
the
with Russia
1800s
and
again.
have received strong signals that they are ready for peace. Wouldn't that be beautiful? Wouldn't that be beautiful?
I'm ready. I'm totally ready for that piece to just instantaneously just fucking fall apart because it's not going to be sustained. Because the Russians, they're just going to attack again, and then everyone will just be like, "Hey, Trump, what happened? I thought peace was guaranteed in Ukraine. What's going on, buddy? What happened?" I don't know. Like the Democrats must have done something to piss off the Russians. Okay, sure, man.
Wouldn't that be beautiful? It's time to stop this madness. It's time to halt the killing. It's time to end the senseless war. If you want to end wars, you have to talk to both sides. Nearly 4 years ago, amid rising tensions,
Brother, you're the one who literally had a peace conference with yourself and the Russians and the Saudi Arabians there. Didn't invite the Ukrainians. Didn't have the Europeans, who are the ones who are most impacted by this conflict, considering the fact that it's on their fucking continent, and you just decided not to have them there. You do not care about peace. Bullshit.
a history teacher named Mark Fogel was detained in Russia and sentenced to 14 years in a penal colony. Rough stuff. The previous administration barely lifted a finger to help him. They knew he was innocent, but they had no idea where to begin. But last summer, I promised his 95-year-old mother, Malphine, that we would bring her boy safely back home. After 22 days in office, I did just that, and they are here tonight.
Yeah, that's literally probably by giving the Russians like a bunch of things that they wanted, but you know. Yeah, didn't he get like detained in Russia because he had like some medicinal marijuana on him or something? Yeah, Russia's pretty bad, guys. Yeah, like fucking Trump looks the fuck up to them. Yeah, it's so funny. Axis of aggression. I love the aggressors.
To Mark and his great mom, we are delighted to have you safe and sound and with us. As fate would have it, Mark Fogel was born in a small rural town in Butler, Pennsylvania. Have you heard of it? Where his mother has lived for the past 78 years. I just happened to go there last July 13th for a rally. That was not pleasant. And that is where I met his beautiful mom right before I walked onto that stage. And I told her I would not forget what she said about her son. And I never did I? Never forgot. Less than 10 minutes later, at that same rally, gunfire rang out, and a sick and deranged assassin unloaded 8 bullets from his sniper's perch into a crowd of many thousands of people. My life was saved by a fraction of an inch, but some were not so lucky. Corey Comparator was a firefighter, a veteran, a Christian, a husband.
I wonder why he's not mentioning the political affiliation at all. Makes you think, doesn't it? He was a Republican, a registered Republican.
A devoted father, and above all, a protector. When the sound of gunshots pierced the air, it was a horrible sound. Corey knew instantly what it was and what to do. He threw himself on top of his wife and daughters and shielded them from the bullets with his own body. Corey was hit really hard. You know the story from there. He sacrificed his life to save theirs. 2 others, very fine people, were also seriously hit. But thankfully, with the help of 2 great country doctors, we thought they were gone and they were saved. So those doctors had great talent. Were joined
2 great country doctors. Jesus.
by Corey's wife, Helen, who was his high school sweetheart, and their 2 beloved daughters, Allison and Kaylee. Thank you.
We love saying shit, folks.
To Helen, Allison, and Kaylee, Corey is looking down on his 3 beautiful ladies right now, and he is cheering you on. He loves you. He is cheering you on. Corey was taken from us much too soon, but his destiny was to leave us all with a shining example of the selfless devotion of a true American patriot. It was love like Corey's that built our country, and it's love like Corey's that is going to make our country more majestic than ever before. I believe that my life was saved that day in Butler for a very good reason. I was saved by God to make America great again. I believe that. Thank you.
Just gonna say shit. Doesn't matter.
Thank you very much. From the patriots of Lexington and Concord to the heroes of Gettysburg and Normandy, from the warriors who crossed the Delaware to the trailblazers who climbed the Rockies, and from the legends who soared at Kitty Hawk to the astronauts who touched the moon, Americans have always been the people who defied all odds, transcended all dangers, made the most extraordinary sacrifices, and did whatever it took to defend our children, our country, and our freedom. And as we have seen in this chamber tonight, that same strength, faith, love, and spirit is still alive and thriving in the hearts of the American people. Despite the best efforts of those who would try to censor us, silence us, break us, destroy us, Americans are today a proud, free, sovereign, and independent nation that will always be free, and we will fight for it till death. We will never let anything happen to our beloved country, because we are a country of doers, dreamers, fighters, and survivors.
Yet the fucking economy is in like complete free fall.
Our ancestors crossed a vast ocean, strode into the unknown wilderness, and carved their fortunes from the rock and soil of a perilous and very dangerous frontier. They chased our destiny across a boundless continent. They built the railroads, laid the highways, and graced the world with American marvels like the Empire State Building, the mighty Hoover Dam, and the towering Golden Gate Bridge. They lit the world with electricity, broke free of the force of gravity, fired up the engines of American industry, vanquished the communists, fascists, and Marxists all over the world, and gave us countless modern wonders sculpted out of iron, glass, and steel. We stand on the shoulders of these pioneers who won and built the modern age. These workers who poured their sweat into the skylines of our cities. These warriors who shed their blood on fields of battle and gave everything they had for our rights and for our freedom. Now it is our time to take up the righteous cause of American liberty. And it is our turn to take America's destiny into our own hands and begin the most thrilling days in the history of our country. This will be our greatest era.
We're gonna help with American liberties by cracking down on literally everybody and making life worse for everyone on the planet. Very cool and very good.
With God's help, over the next 4 years, we are going to lead this nation even higher, and we are going to forge the freest, most advanced, most dynamic, and most dominant civilization ever to exist on the face of this earth. We are going to create the highest quality of life, build the safest and wealthiest and healthiest and most vital communities anywhere in the world. We are going to conquer the vast frontiers of science, and we are going to lead humanity into space and plant the American flag on the planet Mars and even far beyond. And through it all, we are going to rediscover the unstoppable power of the American spirit. And we are going to renew unlimited promise of the American dream. Every single day, we will stand up and we will fight, fight, fight for the country our citizens believe in and for the country our people deserve. My fellow Americans, get ready for an incredible future, because the golden age of America has only just begun. It will be like nothing that has ever been seen before.
Just like how I'm starting the recession immediately. Very good. Very cool. Don't look at what the Atlanta Fed is saying. Causing just complete freakazoid Nazis to just randomly attack people all over the place. We love America.
Thank you, God bless you, and God bless America.
All right. Lovely. Very cool and very good. We love that. I mean, you know, that was Donald Trump. That was the State of the Union address. Obviously, should go without saying, complete fucking nonsense, and he just lied pretty much the whole time. Do I want to spend like 5 hours debunking all the fucking lies? No, not really. Most of the stuff he just said is complete bullshit, and no, he's not going to improve your lives. I've already mentioned the $4.5 trillion tax cut for the rich, and how Republicans, within their town halls, there's a reason why Republican politicians are not holding town halls anymore, because they recognize, uh-oh, we kind of fucked up here. I mean, we kind of fucked up bad. But, you know. Let's see the fucking rebuttal, because it was a snooze fest. Bernie also did his own rebuttal, because that is constantly what he does every single time one of these fucking dumbass State of the Union addresses happen. Bernie does his own. But we're going to start with Slotkins, because there's stuff you can talk about there. Let's go. Hello. Hello, Governor.
Hi, everyone. I'm Melissa Slotkin. I'm honored to have the opportunity to speak tonight. It's late, so I promise to be a lot shorter than what you just watched. I won't take it personally if you've never heard of me. I'm the new senator from the great state of Michigan, where I grew up. I've been in public service my entire life because I happened to be in New York City on 9/11 when the Twin Towers came down. Before the smoke cleared, I knew I wanted to make a life in national security. I was recruited by the CIA and did 3 tours in Iraq alongside the military. In between, I worked at the White House under President Bush.
I love working for the CIA.
And President Obama, 2 very different leaders who both believed that America is exceptional. You can find that same sense of patriotism here in Wyandotte, Michigan, where I'm speaking from tonight. It's a working class town just south of Detroit. President Trump and I both won here in November. It might not seem like it, but plenty of places like this still exist across the United States. Places where people believe that if you work hard and play by the rules, you should do well and your kids should do better. It reminds me of how I grew up. My dad was a lifelong Republican, my mom a lifelong Democrat, but it was never a big deal. because we had shared values that were bigger than any one party. We just went through another fraught election season. Americans made it clear that prices are too high and that the government needs to be more responsive to their needs. America.
So far, I'm going to tell you right now, this isn't going to work. This is going to be is super, super ineffective. People want some, like, firebrand. We're getting, like, fucking some dipshit CIA operative or former fucking CIA operative who's a fucking neocon. Great. Fantastic. Did tours in Iraq? Man, people sure do fondly remember Iraq, don't we? We love Iraq. This is the main person the Democrats are putting on. A fucking neoconservative. Fantastic. Because, again, that's the party. Dead fucking party, fundamentally speaking.
Wants change, but there's a responsible way to make change and a reckless way, and we can make that change without forgetting who we are as a country and as a democracy. So that's what I'm going to lay out tonight.
Yeah, sure,
because
man.
whether you're from Wyandotte or Wichita, most Americans share 3 core beliefs: that the middle class is the engine of our country, that strong national security protects us from harm.
See, every time it's always mentions of the fucking middle class, and the mentioning only of the middle class is a fucking teller that they do not care about class issues. That it doesn't fucking matter to them. Because if they would have, because it's not the middle class that are having problems. They're having their own problems. The main people who are having the problems are the fucking impoverished people, the lower classes, people who are making like less than 40 grand a fucking year. They can't afford fucking anything. But we're talking about the middle class here? What? They're also struggling as well, without a doubt. They're not the main problems. They're not the people who are having the main fucking problem. It's not people making over like $60,000 to $70,000 a year. It's the people who are making 40 grand and less. Those are the main people that you should be focusing on. But again, we're not going to get that because dead party. They don't know how to fucking signal or message to anything.
And that our democracy, no matter how messy, is unparalleled and worth fighting for. Let's start with the economy. Michigan literally invented the middle class, the revolutionary idea that you could work at an auto plant and afford the car you were building. That's the American dream. And in order to expand and protect the middle class, we have to do a few basic things. We need to bring down the price of things we spend the most money on: groceries, housing, healthcare.
We love the fact that we're talking about the American dream, even though broadly speaking, everyone already understands that shit's fucking dead. We gotta keep bringing it up, folks. It's very important that we keep bringing up the middle class. We love the middle class.
We need to make more things in America with good-paying union jobs and bring our supply chains back home from places like China. We need to give American businesses the certainty they need to invest and create the jobs of the future. And we need a tax system that's fair for people who don't happen to make $1 billion. Look, the president talked a big game on the economy, but it's always important to read the fine print. So, do his plans actually help Americans get ahead? Not even close. President Trump is trying to deliver an unprecedented giveaway to his billionaire friends. He's on the hunt to find trillions of dollars to pass along to the wealthiest in America. And to do that, he's going to make you pay in every part of your life. Grocery and home prices are going up, not down, and he hasn't laid out a credible plan to deal with either of those. His tariffs on allies like Canada will raise prices on energy, lumber.
Can we be like specific? Like, what is he doing exactly? I feel like that would be very valuable. That's just, you know, if you could outline exactly what the president is doing, that would be pretty great. I feel like there could be some things you could be looking at, like that chart that I looked at earlier. Perhaps I should bring it back up. Hello, chart that I mentioned earlier. Trump's tax proposals cut taxes for the richest 5%. Bring up specific fucking numbers. Bring it up. Say what they are. But you're not going to say them, are you?
And cars, and start a trade war that will hurt manufacturing and farmers. Your premiums and prescriptions will cost more because the math on his proposals doesn't work without going after your health care. Meanwhile, for those keeping score, the national debt is going up, not down. And if he's not careful,
man, because people really care about the national debt right now.
He could very well come after your retirement. The Social Security, Medicare, and VA benefits you worked your whole life to earn. The president claims he won't, but Elon Musk just called Social Security the biggest Ponzi scheme of all time. While we're on the subject of Elon Musk, is there anyone in America who is comfortable with him and his gang of 20-year-olds using their own computer servers to poke through your tax return, your health information, and your bank accounts? No oversight, no protections against cyber attack, no guardrails on what they do with your private data. We need a more efficient government. You want to cut waste? I'll help you do it.
There's a reason why, by the way, that's not going to be an effective talking point. Because broadly speaking, most Americans already know that they're being spied on by their own fucking government. People know about the Patriot Act. Like, this is just, it's ineffective. It doesn't fucking matter.
But change doesn't need to be chaotic or make us less safe. The mindless firing of people who work to protect our nuclear weapons, keep our planes from crashing, and conduct the research that finds the cure for cancer, only to rehire them 2 days later? No CEO in America could do that without being summarily fired. Okay, so we talked about economic security. How about national security? Let's start with the border. As someone who spent my whole career protecting our homeland,
oh man, the
border.
border.
Who and what is coming across its border. Period. Democrats and Republicans should all be for that. But securing the border without actually fixing our broken immigration system is dealing with the symptom and not the disease. America is a nation of immigrants. We need a functional system key to the needs of our economy that allows vetted people to come and work here legally. So I look forward to the president's plan on that. Because here's the thing. Today's world is deeply interconnected. Migration, cyber threats, AI, environmental destruction, terrorism.
We love talking about a fucking goddamn problem that like why would you love to hear the fucking president's thoughts on that? Like why? Why would you like to hear that? He's the one who caused the fucking problems to begin with. All of these fucking issues that you keep bringing up, he's caused them. So why are you saying you would love to hear about Trump's proposals for fucking why would you say that you would love to hear his fucking proposals on what he's going to do about the about immigration? We already know he's just going to deport people. He's made that pretty fucking clear. Like what are we doing here?
One nation cannot face these issues alone. We need friends in all corners, and our safety depends on it. President Trump loves to say peace through strength. That's actually a line he stole from Ronald Reagan. But let me tell you, after the spectacle that just took place in the Oval Office last week, Reagan must be rolling in his grave. We all want an end to the
Why are we bringing up Reagan? Everyone fucking hates Reagan. No one fucking likes him. Really? Reagan.
war in Ukraine. But Reagan understood that true strength required America to combine our military and economic might with moral clarity. And that scene in the Oval Office wasn't just a bad episode of reality TV. It summed up Trump's whole approach to the world. He believes in cozying up to dictators like Vladimir Putin and kicking our friends like the Canadians in the teeth. He sees American leadership as merely a series of real estate transactions. As a Cold War kid, I'm thankful it was Reagan and not Trump in office in the 1980s. Trump would have lost us the Cold War. Donald Trump's actions suggest that
Jesus Christ. Neoconservatism. Woo! I love neocons. I love the neocons. They're my favorite people. My favorite sets of people. Because it makes me... Dude, if this is like literally the rhetorical fucking sort of plan that the Democrats are going to have in like 2028, they're going to lose in 2028. Like, this is not it, by the way. The fucking 3 people that they're trying to appeal to, they already fucking got in their party, and it's only 3 people. And meanwhile, they're alienating like 50 trillion other fucking people. Like, who is this meant to appeal to? Who is this meant to resonate with? Speaking about like fucking Ronald Reagan, most people fucking hate Ronald Reagan. They hate that guy for good fucking reasons.
that in his heart, he doesn't believe we're an exceptional nation. He clearly doesn't think we should lead the world. Look, America is not perfect, but I stand with the majority of Americans who believe we are still exceptional, unparalleled. And I would rather have American leadership over Chinese or Russian leadership any day of the week. Because for generations, America has offered something better. Our security and our prosperity, yes, but our democracy, our very system of government, has been the aspiration of the world. And right now,
sure is better in America.
It's a risk when the president decides you can pick and choose what rules you want to follow, when he ignores court orders and the Constitution itself, or when elected leaders stand by and just let it happen. But it's also at risk when the president pits Americans against each other, when he demonizes those who are different and tells certain people they shouldn't be included. Because America is not just a patch of land between 2 oceans. We are more than that. Generations have fought and died to secure the fundamental rights that define us. Those rights and the fight for them make us who we are. We're a nation of strivers, risk takers, innovators, and we are never satisfied. Man. That is America's superpower. And look, I've lived and worked in many countries. I've seen democracies flicker out. I've seen what life is like when a government is rigged. You can't open a business without paying off a corrupt official. You can't criticize the guys in charge without getting a knock at the door in the middle of the night.
Yeah, because definitely that's the main thing that fucking Americans are concerned about nowadays. Sure, man. Like, again, I've already said this. Who is this supposed to appeal to? Who? Who feels good about listening to what's being said here by Slotkin? This is all fucking neoconservative fucking talking points. It's just, dead party. This is their fucking main responder. This is awful.
As much as we need to make our government more responsive to our lives today, don't for one moment fool yourself that democracy isn't precious and worth saving. But how do we actually do that? I know a lot of you have been asking that question. First, don't tune out. It's easy to be exhausted, but America needs you now more than ever. If previous generations had not fought for this democracy, where would we be today? Second, hold your elected officials, including me, accountable. Watch how they're voting. Go to town halls and demand they take action. That's as American as apple pie. Third, organize. Pick just one issue you're passionate about and engage. And doom scrolling doesn't count. Join a group that cares about your issue and act. And if you can't find one, start one. Some of the most important
movements. Here's the thing. What she's saying here isn't incorrect. I agree with all this stuff. But it rings hollow coming from, well, a neocon. From a dead fucking party. It rings hollow. It's meaningless.
Our history have come from the bottom up. In closing, we all know that our country is going through something right now. We're not sure what the next day is going to hold, let alone the next decade. But this isn't the first time we've experienced significant and tumultuous change as a country. I'm a student of history, and we've gone through periods of political instability before. And ultimately, we've chosen to keep changing this country for the better. But every single time, we've only gotten through those moments because of 2 things: engaged citizens and principled leaders. Engaged citizens who do a little bit more than they're used to doing to fight for the things that they care about, and principled leaders who are ready to receive the ball and do something about it. So
Sure,
thank you
man.
tonight for caring about your country. Just by watching, you qualify as engaged citizens. And I promise that I and my fellow Democrats will do everything in our power to be the principled leaders that you deserve. Good night, everyone.
Honestly, yeah. Dog shit fucking response. Because everyone really wants to know about, like, so what would Ronald Reagan think of what's going on right now? Sure, that's exactly. This is actually just like, oh my god, it's so fucking cooked. There's a reason why. By the way, Bernie Sanders, he did a fucking response as well. And he live streamed this. You want to know how many concurrent viewers he had? 91,000 live concurrent viewers. I wonder why. Oh, because, again, you want to know who actually cares about populist fervor, populist left-leaning policy? It's this motherfucking guy right here. Which is why this motherfucker rings completely fucking hollow, while everyone believes this motherfucker.
In a pivotal moment
What's he
in our
got to say?
country's history, facing unprecedented challenges. How we respond to this moment will impact not only our lives,
What do you got?
but the lives of our
What do you
kids
got,
and
Big
grandchildren,
Burn?
and in terms of climate change, the very health and well-being of the planet. As you heard tonight, President Trump has been very effective in creating what I would call a parallel universe for his supporters.
True.
A set of ideas that either have no basis in reality or in the great scheme of things are nowhere near the most important concerns of the American people. And one way that he does that is through the concept of the big lie, and boy, did we hear that tonight. You say something that is grossly false, say it over and over again, and have right-wing social media blast it out endless times until people actually believe it.
True.
And then, rather than address the real issues facing the American people, the struggles that the American people are facing, we find ourselves wasting endless amounts of time discussing Trump's absurdities. Let me just give you a
Notice how immediately he points out the main fucking problems. Because he is correct. Conservatives, they don't give a shit about anything. They just want to push their stupid, dumb fuck agenda and just say a bunch of shit to distract you. And I've been harping on this point constantly recently. Conservatives, they don't give two fundamental shits about anything besides pushing out a bunch of stupid propaganda and having talking heads just needlessly fucking regurgitated. And Bernie Sanders talks about that. Like, guys, like, this is all a distraction. It's all a fucking psyop. People are just saying shit. And he says it immediately, points it out instantly, without even a question. You're never going to get something like that from the Democrats.
very few examples. Trump claimed that the 2020 election was stolen from him and that he won by a landslide. Remember that? A lie. Trump claimed that the January 6th insurrection was a day of love. A lie. Trump has claimed that millions of undocumented people voted and do vote in American elections. A lie. Trump has claimed that climate change is a hoax originating in China. A lie. Trump has claimed that Ukraine started the horrific war with Russia. A lie. And tonight, just tonight, Trump claimed that millions of dead people between the ages of 100 and 360 were collecting Social Security checks. And that is an outrageous lie intended to lay the groundwork for cuts to Social Security and dismantling the most successful.
This is fan-fucking-tastic. Did Slotkin fucking talk about this? Not really. She wasn't very specific about it. And I also talked about it, debunking the stupid fucking lie. Because it's just that is what it exactly is. A dumb fucking lie. As an excuse in order to do horrible fucking shit to Social Security. Fucking Mima and Peepaw are not going to be very happy when their Social Security checks. By the way, it's already starting to be affected. The rate of their fucking checks coming in. Just you wait until your fucking grandparents start going to fucking out on the street because they're too impoverished to be able to fucking afford their fucking rent. Just you wait until that starts happening. That's when real wacky shit's probably going to start happening.
And popular government program in history. So let's be clear about that. Well over 99% of Social Security checks are going out to people who earned those checks. 70 million Americans. Nobody who was 150 years old or 200 years old or 300 years old is receiving Social Security checks. And on the lies go. Now, the purpose of all of this lying is not just to push his hateful right-wing ideology. It is not just to try to divide us up. It is more than that. It is a masterful effort, and you saw that tonight, to deflect attention away from the most important issues facing the people of our country. Issues that Trump and his billionaire friends do not want to address because it is not in their financial interests to do so. Trump gave his State of the Union speech tonight.
Like, he instantly is pointing out the main fucking problems. Slotkin did not do that at all. Because, again, stupid neocon, who fundamentally probably does agree with a lot of the economic stuff that fucking Trump is pushing for, just doesn't like the fact that he's so uncivil about it. But Bernie, always on his fucking shit, points out the problem instantly.
But if you listen closely, that speech had very little to say about the State of the Union. about what is really going on in our country, especially for working families.
True.
Trump spoke for over 90 minutes, well, I must confess it seemed a lot longer than that, and he almost completely ignored the issues that are keeping working people up at night as they worry about how their families are going to survive in these very tough times. And I will tell you exactly why Trump had very little to say about the real crises facing the working class of this country. Think back 6 weeks ago when Trump was inaugurated for his second term as president, just 6 weeks ago. Standing right behind him were the three wealthiest men in this country, Mr. Musk, Mr. Bezos, and Mr. Zuckerberg. And standing behind them
Instantly
were 13 other
points out the
billionaires who Trump had
problems.
nominated to head major
Instantly.
government agencies. Many of the same billionaires, including Musk, were in the Capitol tonight listening to that speech. In other words, it is there for all to see. The Trump administration is not hiding it. The Trump administration is a government of the billionaire class, by the billionaire class, and for the billionaire class. Notwithstanding.
See, this is why Bernie is as good at what he does as he is. He always instantaneously points out the fucking problems. No fucking issue whatsoever. Always. And, you know, did Slotkin do any of that? Did she talk about, like, you know, Jeff Bezos or fucking Mark Zuckerberg or Elon Musk being at the inauguration, laying it quite threadbare and clear as to what the fucking problem is? No, there's no talk of that at all.
Some of their rhetoric, this is a government that could care less about ordinary Americans and the working families of our country. My friends, we are no longer moving toward oligarchy. We are living in an oligarchic society. Now let's take a moment and try to escape from Trump's parallel universe, the universe that you heard tonight.
True.
Let's do something really, really radical. Let's actually take a hard look at the problems that Americans are facing. Today, 60% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. Unlike Trump, I grew up in a family that lived paycheck to paycheck, and I know something about that reality. It means that every day, millions of Americans worry about how they're going to pay their rent, pay for childcare, pay for a doctor's visit when they get sick. They worry about what happens when their car breaks down and they can't afford the $1,000 it costs to get it fixed, and what happens when they can't get to work because they don't have a car. They worry about how they can afford to buy healthy food for their kids when the price of food is off the charts.
And Bernie, this is just the standard Bernie stump at this point. Always just constantly talking about, like, here's the problems, this is the problem, here's all the stats, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to keep, like, hammering this home over and over and over again because everyone, broadly speaking, we all know what the fucking problems are, and we know who's fucking causing them. The problem is one party will never talk about it because they know it's bad to talk about, and the other one will just, like, kind of go like, la, 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 I don't really know. Like, I hear there's problems. Yeah, maybe we'll do, like, some stuff about it, but we're never going to be, like, too explicit about it. But Bernie Sanders, of course, as always on his fucking shit, will talk about it instantly and say, like, this is quite clearly the problem. It's the billionaires. It's the fucking rich. It's the robber barons. They're the ones who are making life worse for you.
Trump speaking for 90 minutes tonight, I didn't hear one word from him about the economic reality facing 60% of our people, or the enormous stress that they are living under. 90-minute speech, not one word about the economic reality facing American workers. But that's not all. Today in America, everyone knows that our healthcare system is broken. It is dysfunctional, and it is outrageously expensive. We remain the only wealthy nation on earth not to guarantee healthcare for all. Mr. President, you really want to make America great again? Then make sure that every American, regardless of income, can go to a doctor or a hospital and not worry about how they're going to pay the bills. President Trump, healthcare is a human right. I didn't hear one word from you, not one word. Over 90-minute speech, not one word from you about the healthcare crisis.
That's true.
Many
He's spitting right now.
Nor did I hear you say why we pay by far the highest prices in the world for prescription drugs, sometimes 10 times more than the people in other countries. And why one out of four...
Keep in mind, he literally just made drugs instantaneously more expensive by removing the ability for Medicare to be able to do, you know, negotiations for drugs. Something I mentioned earlier.
Americans are unable to afford the prescriptions their doctors prescribe. Not one word about the outrageously high cost of prescription drugs. Mr. President, we have nearly 800,000 Americans who are homeless. Over 20 million of our people spend more than half of their limited income on housing. We have a major housing crisis in America. Everyone knows it, apparently except you. Because in your speech tonight,
True.
I didn't hear you mention
Didn't
the
mention
housing
it.
crisis. Today in America, we have more income and wealth inequality than we've ever had. 3 richest people in America, the folks Trump invited to stand behind him at his inauguration, now own more wealth than the bottom half of our society, 170 million Americans. Did anyone out there hear one word from the President of the United States on that enormously important issue?
So again, like, the reason why I'm playing this is it should lay threadbare. This is how you do the correct response. There's a reason why this man had 91,000 concurrent viewers when he was giving out this stump speech. There's a fucking reason. Broadly speaking, the constituencies know. He knows. The Democrats, they don't fucking know, or they might know, but they don't really care. And the Republicans, they know what the problems are. They actively choose to exacerbate them and make them worse. Because again, they hate you. All these people fucking hate you. And I've been constantly saying this exact same rhetoric of the Democrats. Completely dead, uninteresting, fundamentally, who gives a fuck about that party? They are a dead party. Anything they do and say is completely fucking irrelevant. Because again, they snub people like this, but promote people like this. Dead party. This is not the solution to the problems. More neoconservatism. More tweaking around the edges. No. What people want is fundamental, radical change. A New Deal, if you may. The Green New Deal, which would have done that. But of course, any fucking leftward shift has to be instantaneously snubbed by the Democrats because, again, it fundamentally threatens their own corporate backers. There's two fucking corporate parties in the United States of America, and both of them fucking hate you.
Which gets to the very fabric of our society. So few owning so much, while so many people suffer. And here's something else the president forgot to discuss. Not only is our life expectancy 4 years lower than other wealthy countries, the bottom 50% in this country, the working class of America, on average, live 7 years shorter lives than the top 1%. Got that? In other words,
literally, the fucking life expectancy in the U.S. went down as a result of COVID. Is crazy.
Being poor or working class in this country today,
richest country on earth.
Did you hear any discussion tonight as to why so many of our people are living shorter lives than they should?
Nope.
During his speech tonight, Trump did not have one word to say about how we are going to address the planetary crisis of climate change. The last 10 years, as most Americans know, have been the warmest ever recorded, and extreme weather disturbances and natural disasters have been taking place all over the world, from California to India, across Europe to North Carolina. And yet, not surprisingly, Trump had nothing to say about climate change except, I guess, drill, baby, drill. Well, that's going to help a whole lot. And let's be clear. Not only did Trump fail to talk about some of the most important issues facing the working class of America, but the solutions, in quote, he proposed would only make a bad situation even worse. Yep, I did hear Trump talk tonight about some tax breaks for working families in terms of not taxing tips, not taxing Social Security, and not taxing overtime. Fine. But that is chump change compared to the benefits he's going to give to the 1%. And it doesn't tell the whole story about his tax policies.
Yep, let's bring up the fucking chart again. Hey, hello, this nice little chart here. And these are the recent fucking proposals that were put up by Trump. That 4.5 trillion tax cut. Yeah, that's what this is. That's what this is for right here. This shit, this is its effect that it's going to have. Notice how top 5%, they're getting a nice chunky, nice big old fucking tax break. Meanwhile, everyone else having to pay more in fucking taxes.
According to a recent study by the Institute on Taxation and Economic Policy, if all of Trump's so-called America First policies are enacted, including his tariffs, which he spoke a lot about tonight, the bottom 95% of Americans will see their taxes go up, while the richest 5% in our country will see their taxes go down.
Oh, hey.
Way down.
I just
Tonight,
mentioned that.
In so many
Crazy.
words,
I showed the chart. I did the thing.
Beautiful budget. Do you know what's really in it? This budget would cut Medicaid by $880 billion. Oh, I guess Trump forgot to talk about that. $880 billion cut in Medicaid. According to one estimate, it means that up to 36 million Americans, including millions of children, would be thrown off the health insurance they have. Hey, a 90-minute speech tonight, not one word about throwing millions of kids off of the health insurance they have.
Not
when
one word.
Medicaid drastically means that nursing homes that receive 2/3 of their funding from Medicaid will either have to shut down, lay off workers, or significantly scale back the services they provide seniors. Yeah, I didn't hear that from Trump tonight either.
Nope.
It would be a devastating blow
Didn't do
if
that.
he cuts the Medicaid for the 32 million Americans who get their health care at community health centers. And
We did get a bunch of lies and stupid bullshit. Like I mentioned before, the only thing that the Republicans will ever do, conservatives in general, distract, never talk about the actual fucking issues. They'll talk about like a bunch of stupid bullshit, which is in the culture war fucking nonsense. There's been God knows how many fucking endless amounts of videos. I even talked about them, like the alt-left pipeline that Ryan White fucking made. Mentioned this. Jimmy the Giant's fucking video talked about this as well. Because again, if conservatives are honest in their fucking beliefs, they know, broadly speaking, that they are wildly unpopular and they would not fucking succeed. People would not want to vote for them. So they have to distract and never actually talk about what they believe. Because if you get a conservative to actually talk about what they believe, you know instantaneously as any average person, like, oh, this person just fucking hates my guts.
Just Medicaid that Trump's budget would cut. It would also cut nutrition assistance by at least $230 billion.
Yep,
Now, what do you
it's
think about
cut
that?
snap.
And can you imagine the billionaire class, people who can support their families? Some of these guys have tens of billions of dollars. Support their families for the next 10 generations, 50 generations. People who live in incredible opulence. People who own their own jet planes. They own their own private islands. They own their own spaceships. Trying to get tax breaks by taking food out of the mouths of low-income kids. That truly is disgusting. What we are seeing is the Robin Hood principle in reverse, taking from the poor and giving to the rich and the very, very rich. And here is something else Trump has been doing. For the past several weeks, he and his good friend Elon Musk, who was up there in the audience tonight, have been throwing hundreds of thousands of federal employees off their jobs. Now,
True.
I know some of you are saying, well, that's too bad, but that's the federal government, not me. It's not me, it's just those guys who work for the federal government. But I want you to think about this. Think about it for a moment. If Musk and his friends can arbitrarily throw federal workers out on the street today, what do you think that Musk and his fellow billionaires will be doing tomorrow when artificial intelligence and robotics explode in this country? Do you?
That's a pretty good question to ask there, Bernie. Yeah, that is an interesting question to posit out there to your almost 100,000 concurrent viewers. A video that's probably going to get millions of hits, millions of views. That's an interesting fucking question to posit. I wonder what's going to happen to those people. You should ask yourself those questions. Why is the billionaire class constantly talking about robotics and AI so much? Has anyone ever asked themselves that question? Conservatives looking at you. Average liberals looking at you. You probably already understand the answer to these questions, at least to a certain extent. But why? Why would they do that? Oh, it's because they don't want to pay people for jobs. They want to give you good jobs. Because again, billionaires care about one thing only. Acquiring as much money as possible and making you suffer. That is it. It's all about making you suffer.
You think they'll give a damn about you and your families? No, they will treat you exactly the way they're treating federal employees today. You will be out on the street as well. But it's not only absurd policies that we've got to fight. For the first time in our 250-year history, we have a president who is turning his back on democracy and aligning us with authoritarianism. No, we must not abandon the people of Ukraine who were invaded by the Russian dictator Vladimir Putin. We must always stand for democracy, not dictatorship.
True.
Let me be very clear. Regardless of where Trump is taking this country, here's what I think and what I believe the American people want us to do. They want us to end a corrupt campaign finance system. Well, golly gee, I didn't hear Mr. Trump talk about that tonight. A corrupt campaign finance system which allows a handful of billionaires to buy elections. It is beyond crazy that someone like Elon Musk can contribute over $270 million to help get Trump elected, and then he gets to run the government. It is absurd.
That's a little weird, yeah.
Stands up to Netanyahu's brutal war in Gaza can expect to be opposed by millions of dollars in campaign contributions coming from AIPAC. The American people want us to end this disastrous Citizens United Supreme Court decision and move to the public funding of elections. Democracy is supposed to be about one person, one vote, not billionaires buying the political candidates of their choice.
That's true.
And further, no, we should not be giving tax breaks to billionaires. That's not what we should be doing. We must demand that the wealthiest people in this country start paying their fair share of taxes. We must raise the federal minimum wage of $7.25 an hour to a living wage of at least $17 an hour. We must make it easier for workers to join trade unions, grow the union movement, and prevent corporations from violating labor laws with impunity by passing the PRO Act, legislation that I will be introducing tomorrow.
He's just
No,
spitting.
we are not going to cut Social Security. Quite the contrary. We must expand Social Security benefits and extend its solvency for the next 75 years by scrapping the cap that allows a billionaire to pay the same amount into Social Security as a truck driver. Too many of our seniors are hurting.
Yeah, no talk about cutting the cap. If Donald Trump really cared about working families, he would have mentioned some of that, but he didn't.
Today, for us to be talking about cutting Social Security. Over 20% seniors in this country living on $15,000 a year or less. Further, instead of making massive cuts to Medicaid, we must join every other major country in guaranteeing health care to all of our people through a Medicare for all single-payer program. We must also take on the greed of the pharmaceutical industry, get them to charge us what they charge other countries, reducing prescription drug prices by 50%.
Yep.
At a time of a terrible housing crisis in Vermont and in every area of our country, we must build at least 4 million units of low-income and affordable housing, stop corporate landlords from jacking up rent prices, and establish a cap on rent. In a competitive global economy, we need the best educated workforce in the world. All of our young people must have the ability to get a higher education by making public colleges, trade schools, and universities tuition-free and canceling student debt.
True.
Yes, we can create millions of good-paying jobs by combating climate change and moving our energy system away from fossil fuels and into sustainable energy.
Green New Deal,
I heard a lot
baby.
talk about freedom tonight from Mr. Trump. Well, in a free society, we must absolutely guarantee that it is the women of America who control their own bodies, not the local, state, or federal governments. Now, I know, because I've heard from many of you.
Yeah, and also recently, I believe that Trump decided to sign was an executive order going after IVF again.
That there are a lot of people out there who are feeling angry and frustrated.
Party freedom.
What's going on here in Washington, D.C.
That's the Republican Party. They sure love their freedom.
Feel a bit hopeless. So let me say this. At this particular moment in history, despair is not an option.
That's true.
Giving up is not acceptable. And none of us have the privilege of hiding under the covers. The stakes are just too high. Let us never forget, real change only occurs when ordinary people stand up by the millions against oppression and injustice and fight back.
Spitting.
That is the history of the founding of our nation, when brave men and women took on the mighty, invincible British Empire. It is the history of the abolitionist movement, the history of the labor movement, the history of the civil rights movement, the women's movement, the environmental movement, and the gay rights movement. Yes, I know. The oligarchs are enormously powerful. I deal with them every day. I know that. Yes, they have endless amounts of money. Yes, they control our economy, and they own much of the media. They have enormous influence over our political system. But from the bottom of my heart, I am convinced that they can be beaten. If we stand together and not let them divide us up by the color of our skin, or where we were born, or our religion, or the language we speak, or our sexual orientation. If we bring our people together around an agenda that works for the many and not just the few, there is nothing in the world that can stop us. We can win. We will win. Let us go forward together. Thank you all very much.
There's a reason, like I said before, why that man right there, that curmudgeon old man that we all know and love, had almost 100K concurrent viewers listening to that response. And there's a reason why after 22 hours, this has about 1 million views. 1 million views. You want to know how much the Alyssa Slotkin response has? About 120,000. Peanuts in comparison. Peanuts. Democrats are not ready to meet this moment. And obviously, I don't have to go over what Trump said. He said a bunch of complete fucking nonsense. Irrelevancies. Just lied literally every 3 seconds. I would have to probably make this probably about 5 hours if I wanted to go through all of it. But then again, that's kind of the point of the flooding of the zone, as Steve Bannon said. Throw so much shit at the fucking wall that you can't combat all of it. And I've already mentioned this before with the previous videos. The Jimmy's Giant video, and even the Ryan White video. Conservatives have to do this because if they want to talk honestly about what they truly fucking believe, it would make them look really bad. Back in the day, and this was what Ryan White even mentioned, it wasn't honest, it was a genuine fucking uniparty. And the Democrats started fucking losing, and they lost their way. And now, as we all know, we have the current dog shit malaise that we have ourselves here. Thank you, Reagan and Thatcher. You fucking two stupid dipshits for making this current situation. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Bernie would have fucking cleaned the floor with Trump in 2016. But again, thanks to the fucking goddamn useless fucking Democrats, also striving for the same corporate allegiances the Republicans are, they have to stop any form vociferously of any form of left-wing movement within the party, because guess what? It'll affect that corporate dollars that they so want. Should go without saying. Should have gone along with Bernie instead of like dipshit Hillary Clinton. But you know, the Democrats are effectively a fucking dead party. All you can do is just hunker down, try to organize with people within your own community, build towards something that is, or try to build towards something that's going to be able to be more successful. Because again, the people from on top, they're not going to come and save you. It's up to us to do something about this. All right. We're done with that shit, and we are done with the stream. 3-hour stream. Whoa, poggers. All right, who are we rating out to today? Oh man, 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 oh man. I love yapping about politics. My favorite thing on the planet. Love that shit. Hui. Well, Boy Meets Mini is on. Why don't we rate out to Boy Meets Mini? Alright, gamers. Raid messages. You dorks know what to do, you know what to say. Transstrat with the Daho raid buff. If you're a sub, if you're non-sub, you do the wowie with the Daho raid buff. That's how we show appreciation. Those are into any cases gamers. I will be back tomorrow, and you know, it's just gonna be more yapping, and hopefully we get to fucking Moss Deep, right? Finally be able to get our hands on all that good items that I believe are there. That's what I'm gonna be there for. Anyway, I will be back tomorrow, and we'll continue with our Pokemon escapades and whatnot. Same time, same place, same face. Peace out, gamers.